The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Roy's Body Shop Oldham County High School's football starts now.
The following is a live sports.
We are live at the North Oldham Mustangs ball field here in what we don't want to call it the wrong place, but it is Prospect, right? I'm Paul Najar alongside Joey Hamilton.
Goshen.
And Joey. We're in Goshen now. That's right. Prospect is behind us, Goshen right in front of us as the North Oldham Mustangs. Second game of the season, they host the visiting Great Crossing Warhawks. And folks, if you've never heard of Great Crossing, it's because they're a pretty new school. It's only in their fourth year of existence and their fourth year as a football program. It's just on the western side of Georgetown. If you're from Louisville, if you're thinking about Georgetown, Kentucky, and where they're located, a wonderful season last year for head coach Ricky Bowling and his Warhawks, but they come in and face the North Oldham Mustangs and head coach Jamie Brown. And Joe, a beautiful night for football here at North Oldham.
Oh, we're looking forward to it. Great Crossing coming off a big win last week. Also, North Oldham coming off a big win last week. Both teams 1-0 start the year. North Oldham defensively made a lot of plays last week to win their game, and Great Crossing. They've got tons of talent. I think they use every aspect, and all those players, I think everyone might have scored for them last week.
You see this defense from North Oldham, especially when you think about what Coach Brown has done in his second season. He's a St. Xavier alum. He was a former grad assistant with Lloyd Carr at Michigan University in the 90s, and he coached quite a few places, as well as Murray State on the college level, but at Fern Creek, Ballard, Butler, and at DuPont Manual. So he's made his rounds. He's got a lot of experience, and boy, he loves his defense.
He says defense is the key to their key to them winning the games, the key to their victory last week. And what he's talked about is, last year they had a really stellar defense, and then a couple players got injured. And once that happened, some players had to play out of position. And this year they've got everybody in the spot that they want to have them. So he was feeling really good about last week, and he said he's had a good week of practice. Talked about how the defense kind of runs around in practice and kind of, makes plays, and he's just hoping his offense can catch up with his defense. Two
defensively strong teams, and Great Crossing doesn't lack for defensive talent either. Led by defensive end, 11.5 sacks last year. That's rare in high school because you don't get that much. You don't face many passing teams. But Great Crossing in a district with Frederick Douglass, Scott County stalwarts in that district, in and around Lexington. They have to have a strong defense, and it's led by number 27. You're going to keep your eyes on him in 27 in white. Orion Fisher, 6'6", 205-pound edge rushing senior, and Coach Bowling, I'm sure can't say enough about him.
That's all he talked about, defensively. But I can't say that's all he talked about. That was who he talked about the most. He talked about several other defensive players. He has a stellar defense. He said he's very excited about all the players that he's got. He's got a couple other defenses. He's got Paul Luscato.
Lucasco. Yes, Lucasco.
Lucasco. It's Pilot. It's Pilot Lucasco.
Yes.
He also has Caden Allen, and he's got a couple other players. But, last year they had 35 sacks. And, that was near the top for individually and team-wise 5A. So he's really excited about the defense.
A regional matchup, an interregional matchup, let's just say. It's the outskirts of Lexington and Georgetown with Great Crossing visiting the outskirts of Louisville and in Goshen here against the North Oldham Mustangs. We're glad you're here. We're going to take a break and come back more with our pregame show. You'll hear from both coaches right after this.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service.
Come on.
Welcome back to Glycott Sports. I'm Joey Hamilton here at North Oldham High School. I'm here with the head coach of the Great Crossing Warhawks. Coach, it's been a new school, 3 years. What type of opportunities do you see for a Great Crossing football team this year?
We've a lot of good opportunities. We've been able to build our program the way we feel like we needed to do it over these first 3 years. And, this is our first senior class that's been here for all 4 years. So it's been really nice to watch these kids mature and develop throughout our program. And, I told them tonight in our pregame speech before we left, hey, you're the group. You're the special group that's been here. We started off on a good win last week in a bowl game, and now we got our first test on the road, and it's a great opportunity for us to continue to try to leave a legacy that we want to establish here at Great Crossing.
So, Coach, speaking of that, you are a leader. You're a quarterback. You're on the field, off the field, in the locker room. What players would you call your leaders of your team, and why?
We've got several, and we've got several that are continuing to mature into that role. I think our captains tonight, we've got our quarterback, Gabe Nichols, who second-year starter for us, has really developed in that area. We've seen just this week him, continuing to take control of the offense, and when things aren't going good, he builds his guys up. And we're seeing that a lot. Orion Fisher, a 6'7" defensive end for us with all kinds of offers. And, you talk to him, you never could tell that he has those offers. He's very humble, but he leads mostly by example. But he'll come by and grab you and shake you up a little bit if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. A senior running back who's battled injury year in and year out. He's running the rock for us. And he's really stepped up into a great leadership role for us. He polices our guys during practice and makes sure that he's doing his part, but also making sure his teammates and those things. Caden Allen, a linebacker for us. Pilot Lacosco, another linebacker for us, who have a lot of experience on our football team. So we've got a lot of leaders. It's just making sure each of them mesh and are positive. You know?
It sounds like you got a lot of leadership out here, which is a good thing. But, speaking of that, all that leadership, how do you shape your team or your game plan or the peak, with the competition in your district? Most teams, they finish 8-2, and they're looking at first or second place in the district. And last year you finished 8-2, and you're third place in the district. Tell me about that.
It's a tough district. We know that. You're playing with the Douglases and Scott County, who's a traditionally good program and continues to do that. Coach McKee does a fabulous job with his program, and Coach McPeak over there has done an outstanding job establishing their program as well. So week in and week out, that's the motivation in practice. It's not. Our motivation is 1-0. Like, you can't focus too much, but at the end of the day, all right, when we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, we're not giving that maximum effort, it's really easy to shake your kids up and say, hey, this ain't going to cut it for Frederick Douglass. This ain't going to cut it for Scott County. This ain't going to cut it for the first round of the playoffs, those types of things. So, we go 8-3. We're still hungry, and we understand that we gotta keep going.
So, Coach, let's focus on this week then. Talking each game one at a time. On film, what caught your attention of North Oldham this week?
North Oldham, man. I tell you what, Coach has done a great job with them. Obviously last year we played them at our place. Came in, we had game plan for a lot of different offensive sets, and they come out and gave us something and caused problems for us last year. This year, they obviously are a better football team than they were last year. Not to say anything against their team last year. They're just doing a great job. They've got some guys up front that are physical, big, come off the ball hard. Number 14, just a great-looking kid. He's their alpha. Runs the ball well. He plays on defense. They got some good-looking athletes and good-looking kids that can spread the field and do some damage. So hopefully we can corral them.
It sounds like you got a great challenge this week, Coach. I appreciate you, Coach Bolin. That is Ricky Bolin, head coach of Great Crossing. They're in their third year, and I am Joey Hamilton signing off for North Oldham High School.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking lighting, specifically outdoor lighting with Maddie. What are some of the obstacles your clients face with outdoor lighting?
Well, anybody can really come in here and just pick out a fixture for the way that it looks. However, the real obstacle comes in knowing how many to use, where the placement needs to be, and what type of fixture to use to really bring emphasis to those focal points outside their home.
And the Watts team can help with this?
Yes, of course. We actually have designers like myself and electricians on hand here, so we can really help our customer from the start to finish of the whole design and installation process.
Tell us about the range of light fixtures that you have here.
Yeah, so here at Watts Home Center we carry various interior decorative fixtures, exterior fixtures, landscape fixtures, and commercial luminaires. We've really been able to help our customer find any type of fixture they're looking for.
And that's WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Glycod Sports. Joey Hamilton here at North Oldham High School. I'm here with head coach Jamie Brown here in his second year at North Oldham. For those that don't know anything about you, Coach, tell us something about you.
Well, that's an interesting question to start with. I think this is my 32nd year coaching, and coached at every level. Started at middle school, made it all the way to Division I football, did some arena ball, and everything in between. So it's been quite the ride. I guess my biggest hobby is reading. I love to read, so it takes you away from all the hysteria of coaching, you know. So
speaking of that, Coach, last week, first game, you scored 21 points on defense. Does that carry over this week in practice?
Yeah, we kind of picked up right where we left off. You know, first game last year, Lynn picked off a pass and ran it back, and unfortunately it got called back. This year it didn't, thank God. And then we picked up a fumble and ran it back. Our defense is really good. If our offense can catch our defense in any manner, we'll be a really good football team. And then practice, it's kind of interesting because the defense runs around, flies around, and the offense is trying to catch up to them. So sometimes it's interesting in practice. So.
Well, that's usually the way it happens early season. Defense usually takes off. And I remember last year watching you a lot. Coach, your defense was still stellar, and you bring back 8 this year. What do you see, Coach, in Great Crossing when you look at them on film? What sticks out to you?
Well, they're very well coached. What they do very well. On offense, they give you a lot of different looks. They run zone, they run counter, they run a lot of RPOs. And then on defense, they give you 3 different defenses, and they play all 3 of them well. So it's a challenge schematically to prepare for all that in 1 week. But fortunately, we've seen some of the stuff they do in our 2 scrimmages. And it's more conventional football, unlike the old Bobby Redmond defense you're familiar with from last week. So.
And health-wise, Coach, everyone healthy this week?
Yeah, we're just normal bangs. We'll have everybody playing. Michael Davis, unfortunately, will not be with us this year. He had to move to Indiana due to family, so we lost a really good player there. But we've got everybody back from last year on defense, as you mentioned, and we're healthy this week. So.
Good deal, Coach, because I'm recalling last year when Chase got hurt, everyone just had to kind of move positions and just kind of, you know, your quarterback was still serviceable. He was really good, but it just seemed like everyone was just out of kilter a little bit.
Yeah, losing Jace last year affected us in about 4 different spots. Safety on defense, receiver, and Nick did a great job. It just impacted the whole team, so we don't want that to happen again. We have more depth this year. We're younger overall, but we've developed some depth, so hopefully any injury we have, we can overcome. We'll have to start a different offensive line tonight from last week due to some academic issues, but no injuries, thank goodness.
Well, sounds like you got your hands full tonight, Coach. I want to say good luck to you. And this is Joey Hamilton signing off with Coach Jamie Brown of the North Oldham Mustangs on Glycod.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing. proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glaycod.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium here at North Oldham High School alongside Joey Hamilton. I'm Paul Najar, and Joey, we've got a good one here. North Oldham hosting Great Crossing. Some keys to the game brought to you by Watts Home Center in LaGrange. Design that feels like home. Joey, for Great Crossing, keys to the game.
Well, first of all, experience. They've got tons of experience. It's their first four-year class. The school is brand new. I mean that's almost not even heard of. You know, these kids, they were playing since they were freshmen and sophomores, and now they're seniors, and they didn't have anyone above them, or you usually have a senior class to look up to. They had no one to look up to.
They've created a program, so that's a little different than the freshmen coming into an established school, an established program. They've created it, and they've left their legacy. 1 win first year, 3 wins the next year, 8 wins last year in a real tough district.
Really tough district. You know where to practice, where to lift weights. You know how to survive as freshmen and sophomores competing against seniors.
Those common bonds, yes.
Those are it. And the next key will be their infrastructure. You know, and when I say that, now they have something in place. They have their in the fall they have actually something to look forward to. They have their district rivals, Frederick Douglass, Scott County, as the only opponents that defeated them a year ago. But that still suggests, there's steep elevation to climb. The attainable goal that nobody's laughing at them anymore. When they come up. So.
And finally, it's on the field. One more key for this Great Crossing Warhawks team.
It's the defense. They're led by Fisher. Fisher. If you could call him a high school All-American, he's for sure a high school All-Stater. He had 11.5 sacks last year. Their team had 35 sacks as a team, as a group. And
he sticks out, number 27 defensive end, and he's 6'7".
And he's a defensive presence, and they've got some DBs out there that are quick. They've got some D linemen on the other side that are quick. They've got a full team, and they are very solid, very solid. As a matter of fact, the defense didn't allow more than a single touchdown for 4 of their first 5 opponents last year. So that you can see how they've grown.
It's in it, and they can build on that, and they built on it, and now these guys, senior-laden group, but so many sophomores and juniors in support. The keys to the game for Great Crossing, of course, presented by Watts Home Center in LaGrange. Design that feels like home. And now we switch to the keys of the game for the North Oldham, the host, the North Oldham Mustangs.
Well, your Mustangs, the key to them is their defense. Last year was their defense. This year's their defense. Liam Hudson. Liam had 2 interceptions last week. Scored a touchdown.
Had 8 last year.
He led 4A. Led all of 4A last year. So their defense. It's just their defense. He and Noah Lieber. They're just stout. And they've got a lot of help. But the second part to Oldham County this year, the key to the game is going to be their health.
Their health.
When they stay healthy, they are very viable. Last year they were on a roll, and then when their quarterback got hurt, people had to kind of switch positions, moved everybody over. They were a little indifferent from where they were, but Coach, I've talked to Coach Brown. He said everyone's back. He said they're healthy, and when they're healthy, they are a tough opponent, as you can tell last week when the defense scored 3 touchdowns.
And that quarterback back healthy, Jace Bullock, wears number 7 for the Mustangs. And finally,
the youth. They have 5 players that have never played. 5 to 7 players that have never played varsity football. It was their first start, so they're brand new. And even though they do have a few players like. They've got the Liebers and the Silverthorns and Mac Powell and those guys, Liam Hudson. But then again, they have about 5 to 7 players that have never played a varsity football before. So that's going to be huge for them. Will they hold up against this Great Crossing defense and offense?
Those are your keys to the game presented by Watts Home Center in LaGrange, design that feels like home, and our own Joey Hamilton. Joey, thank you for those keys to the game. And I want to just mention, we'll touch on this a little later. North Oldham didn't exist 25 years ago.
No.
And they also had those growing pains, and now they're an established program in 4A. So this 4A versus 5A matchup, North Oldham against the Great Crossing Warriors, or Warhawks. Just about 5 minutes away, or 6 minutes away from opening kick, but we'll be having more when we return on this pregame broadcast on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium, where the North Oldham Mustangs get ready to host the Great Crossing Warhawks. Alongside Joey Hamilton, I'm Paul Najar, and tonight's storylines and key players are brought to you by Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Key players, we first for the visiting Warhawks of Great Crossing. Joey?
Starts out with Ryan Fisher. He's a senior. Last week he had 6 tackles, 2 sacks, 11 and a half sacks last year. He leads that defense. Offensively for them, it's quarterback Gabe Nichols. He was 7 of 11 last week. Threw for 81 yards, threw for a touchdown, also rushed for a touchdown. And, last year he threw for 1,200 yards, which is a school record, 14 TDs, and he's got a career percentage of 61%. So, that's not too shabby either.
Pretty sharp.
And then, the third, it's Zachary Kelly, the senior. He's phenomenal, tremendous player, number 11. He basically he only had 3 catches last week for 13 yards, but it didn't seem as if they needed him that much. So.
And the teams win 60-13 over Western Hills last week. They only needed about 298. They had 298 total yards of offense, but the defense set the tone as well all night long. Now, for the North Oldham Mustangs, these storylines and key players, again, brought to you by Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there for North Oldham.
Well, if you didn't hear Coach say it earlier, he said that number 14 for the North Oldham was what he saw in film, what Coach Bowling saw, and that number 14 is Liam Hudson, a DB senior. He had two interceptions last week, 1 for a touchdown. He had 8 last year. He led 4A in interceptions. He's a stud. Then you have the linebacker, Noah Lieber. He had 6 tackles last week, a sack, and he also blocked a punt for a touchdown last week. And then, of course, the kicker / DB, Lucas Silverthorne. Silverthorne was 3 for 3 in extra points. He also had 2 interceptions last week. So, that it shows right there. That's 3 defensive players right there for North Oldham that when they bring it, they're a tough group to handle.
And those are your storylines brought to you by Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and we're going to be here right after this break for opening kickoff on Glycod.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking ways to give your home a facelift. Jim, what are some updates and trends for doors this season?
The most popular door of the year so far has been this 3/4 6 light, shown here as a double French door. I've sold this in this configuration, a door with side lights, a single door. People are loving the natural light this year.
In addition to doors, windows are another great way to update your home, right?
Absolutely. There's no better way to increase your home's energy efficiency than new windows. And if you're about to sell your house, nothing looks better on a property listing than new windows.
So can you and your team provide me an estimate to match my particular budget?
Absolutely. With multiple products and vendors, we can work with your budget to get your home the product it needs.
The Watts Home Center team can answer all of your window and door questions. So come on out and see them here in LaGrange or go to wattshomecenter.com to learn more.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604
And welcome back to Mustang Stadium. The North Oldham Mustangs ready to kick off, moving left to right on your screen, clad in their teal green tops with the white numbers and the black pants, and then you've got the visiting Great Crossing Warhawks with their white jerseys and dark green pants with the white helmets as well.
It's like Silverthorne kicking off.
Is it Silverthorne
Yes,
7?
sir. And you've got you've got DJ Blunt. He's the transfer in. Oh, they're giving it to number 6, Isaiah Johnson.
And Johnson brings it back, takes it from his own 2. And nice coverage on that punt, or on that kickoff, and well placed and well covered, as Great Crossing will get their first crack right at the 21-yard line for the Warhawks.
Nice open field tackle there by Joel Fadel. He's a sophomore and doing special team duty.
Fidel, yes.
Is it Fidel?
Yes, it is.
Joel Fidel. And,
yes.
But that was a nice open field tackle by Joel right there. That was good.
Stuck him, saw what he was hitting.
Yeah. Put him right there at the 20. Right, man. Might as well have kicked in the end zone right there at the 20.
Yep. And here come the Warhawks. And they, head coach Ricky Bowling, in the hands of, it gives the keys to this offense to the number 5, Gabe Nichols, 6 foot, 195-pound senior. Nichols in the pistol, 4 wide, 2 to each side. I back behind him. To the right, he hands it off. It's a dive up the middle and a big stuff there. Right off the bat, that was
number 90, Charles Bradley.
Charles Bradley, that linebacker, 6'3", 210-pound junior. And he takes him down after a
maybe it's
3-yard gain.
99.
Is it?
I don't see a 99.
I don't see a 99 either on our roster. Again, now we have the motion, the jet motion across from the far side, near side, and they wing it right out to Jarius Patterson. And Patterson stuck there quickly.
Nice job there by Cooper Benson, sophomore. Defense got there quick, just trips, or it was jet motion to trips, and they tried to flood the side. The slot tried to send the 2 receivers deep to try to push them back and throw a quick screen to the running back. Good
Jackson Rosenbaum in support there on defense for the Mustangs.
Good job by the D.
3rd and 9. Oh, and there are 2 guys in motion, and that should be a penalty there. Zachary Kelly. They're going to hold that call. Now they've got Kelly in motion. Roll right. That's Nichols looking, well covered downfield, and nothing doing on this first series for the Great Crossing Warhawks, who got here to the field about an hour before kickoff, and they looked a little sluggish from that drive.
Yeah, that was an outstanding play out there by Noah Lieber. Noah Lieber just ran out there with the quarterback. He and a couple other
got to be impressed with the quick close there, Joe.
The defense right there, just boom. As soon as he rolled out there, Noah Lieber and a couple other Mustangs just got in there really quick.
Now back to punt. A little shank left-footed kick, and that might hit a Mustang. They clear. And from the 21, that's about a 32-yard punt as it is down at the North Oldham 48-yard line. The Mustangs will get their first opportunity here. And under center, as we mentioned, Jace Bullock, and a key member of this squad. Lost to injury last year, midway through the season. Team was rolling under Bullock's leadership for head coach Jamie Brown. 5-7 last year were the Mustangs. He is under center, takes the snap, just a straight handoff, but nice bounce outside for. That is Liam Hudson.
Liam Hudson, a little trip set, just hand off to him a little stretch play.
And they took a couple yard loss. He was hit behind the line of scrimmage. He turned it into a 5, 6, 7 yard gain. So
nice
second
run.
And 3.
Held the ball a little loosely for my taste, but that's my coaching in me. But I better hold on and bring that in. But other than that, that was a great run. He bounced outside and took it for a nice little 7 yard gain.
You were coached by the legend, Howard Schnellenberger. What would he say about guys who didn't lug the ball properly?
This is a family show.
And out of this pistol, that's a straight draw for the quarterback or was that Mac Pyle?
Mac Pyle.
Out of the Wildcat?
Played some quarterback last year. He played a little quarterback last year, so he's familiar in that spot. And they just gave a little Wildcat, as they call it, direct snap right back to him. Picked up the first down there. Nice play.
Jace Bullock back here, and you script these opening plays, Joe, as you know, and 2 for 2 so far for the Mustangs.
Well, ideally, you like to script maybe the first 10, 12 plays and know what you like, and that way your players feel comfortable in what you're doing, and everyone kind of knows what they're doing. And, when you have a little success with it, it even makes it that much better.
And there is Bullock in the pistol. Sends a man in motion, Dawson Nagel, and he will get flagged. Or was that Silverthorne? Silverthorne.
That was the kicker, Silverthorne. He does it. They got a couple kids out here at North Oldham that do a little bit of everything. You got Silverthorne, plays DB, plays receiver. You got Liam Hudson, plays DB, plays receiver. And these guys, Mac Pyle, same way, DB, receiver. These guys will be all over the field tonight. So
two-way players early in the season, though. The heat was a factor last week in our game. We'll see how that factors in tonight on this beautiful night for football. And he did it again. He's moving.
The center may have moved
the ball a little.
Yeah, that's number 65, Joel Childress.
Shoot.
And he may be one of those guys we talked about that, it's his first year. He's a sophomore, so I think it's his first year getting out here. First time varsity action. Played a little bit last week, but, they're young, very young, so they clear some of that youth, and looks like they'll be heading in the right direction.
So 2 very good plays followed by 2 mental mistakes on pre-snap penalties. So he wings it out quickly. That is Silverthorne in the flat. A little toss out to the flat on the left side, and he'll gain about 8 or 9 yards of the 7 yards of those 10 yards in penalties. So it's 2nd and 13.
Yeah, just flat route. Just roll out there. Silverthorne goes in motion, hits a little flat route, makes a nice catch, gets some yardage. That was a nice tackle out there by Jaquise Patterson. The senior, he plays running back and plays a little outside linebacker / DB. So you have
Jarius Patterson, yes.
Yeah. So you have a couple players going both ways.
Again in the pistol, tight formation, sends out of the backfield, goes Liam Hudson to the right. And there's another flag, and they just can't connect on the quick hitter to Mac Pyle. Incomplete. Ball hit the ground. Flag on the play, and it will be another illegal motion. 3rd one in this first series for the Mustangs.
It looks like they're having a little trouble there. Coach did say the offense was having some issues, so we're seeing it right here firsthand where the offense is just kind of hurting itself. after the defense makes a nice 3 and out. Then the offense had one really nice drive. Then after that, they've just kind of shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, Warhawks declined the penalty, so it's 3rd and 13 for the Mustangs. They've got trips left.
Here comes the blitz.
Under center, they decide we're going to run a slant left, and that was just denied by number 57. That's Pilot Lukasco, the 5'9", 190-pound senior. You see high school teams all over the country. Just you get players like that, a little undersized but tough as nails and quick on quick, and boy, they love to hit. He loves it. He showed it right
You'll
there.
see him all over the ball all night tonight. He's one of those kids who just finds the football. You know, they go left, he's there. You go right, he's there. He'll make several plays tonight. You'll hear his name a lot.
Mustangs net 1 first down, and then they lose an opportunity there and into Great Crossing territory, but the punt have a chance to play possession here, and it's down inside the 5, or right at the 5.
Nice kick by Silverthorne right there.
Yes.
You got Drake Bird, who, the ball's a little short, but, like I said, my old adage, you got to catch those. I know it's a little short, but you got to field it because I think he gave up about 15, 20 yards on the bounce.
And every yard counts in this game of football, in this game we love. And the master of that, folks, if you really want to see how every yard counts, when you're talking about penalties, when you're talking about negative plays, is Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. Boy, does he emphasize, because those yards eventually mean a lot. And now we go.
The man has 6 Super Bowls for a reason.
Yes, he does. And out of the pistol, it's a fake on the inside dive, and it's just a toss up in the air, and he comes down with it. Is DJ Blunt from Bourbon County, but he came down out of bounds.
Well, he's one of those receivers they said can go get it. They've got 2 really nice receivers.
Transfer from Bourbon County.
Yeah, DJ Blunt, and then you've got Zachary Kelly. And, Coach, the quarterback, he had a player wide open in the flat.
But it was great pressure by that front line.
And I guess he didn't see him, because if he throws to him, he's going to catch it and run it for about 10, 15 yards. And instead he throws it down the sideline, and Blunt makes a great catch. He just happens to be out of bounds.
Pressure from the right side of that Mustangs defense. I think number 70, Bryce Grady, was in there.
And Grady's been around. Grady's a veteran. He's one of the veteran guys, been around.
Yeah, and there's that pass. Quick hitter. A little curl to, I believe that was Kelly, number 11.
Yes,
he
it was.
Hold on to it.
It was Kelly, but Dawson Nagel just stuck his hand up there and knocked it down. And then next thing you know, that number 36 up there making a play on that, knocking him down. But Nagel got a hand on the ball, so that shows you that stout defense that North Oldham has.
3rd and 10, 6:13 remaining in this first quarter. We saw 1 penalty all last week. We saw 3 in the first 2 series of this one.
You got Charles Bradley on the left, defense end. He's going to get pressure there.
Oh, there it is, and it's going to be a point. Safety. It is.
Number
70.
They
got him. They got him at the 1.
Bryce Grady, the senior.
They got him at the 1, and they said contact was made just outside the goal line. Wow.
Nice job.
Well done. But now, in the shadow of the goalposts, in the shadow of the end line, can't step backwards here on this attempt. Usually have 14 yards for the center snap to the punter.
Is that number 3? Who's that kicker?
Number quick snap.
13.
And he got it out in the rolling ball. Silverthorne does take, or Liam Hudson picks it up, and he'll get about 6 yards after he picks it up. So good field position for the Mustangs at the 37-yard line of the Warhawks for possession number 2.
2 really good jobs there. First of all, by the kicker for Great Crossing. That's Jesse Fair. When you don't have that much room just to get it out that quick, there's a great kick by him. And then, of course, Liam Hudson handling the ball like that. Bounces a couple times, gets the ball, makes something positive out of it.
I know you wanted to see him catch it on that second or first bounce, but
those usually go to the house.
Yeah.
They bounce like that. I'm telling you, that the defense kind of, I don't know,
lets
for some
up.
reason. Yes, they do.
And there's that lead, that sweep right off the edge
kind of a power. It's almost a power or
counter power. Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of stretch play out there, and then you got number 60. Oh, is that number? I can't tell his number. It's hard to tell.
We've got a 74 on the right side that we don't have a number for, and we apologize for that.
Yes.
These rosters sometimes can change quickly.
Yes,
Rosters and
I think
numbers.
it was Ethan Harris. Ethan Harris was in there on that number 60. Came in on the backside, made a play on that. But, yeah, we do apologize for that.
For the North Oldham Mustangs, you see that right tackle, 74. But we don't have his.
No, we don't. They may have switched numbers here, but
we'll see if we can
So
find
throwing
that
the
info.
motion.
There it is. And it was a quick out, but who was there to bust it up? Pilot Nicasco. He got his hand on it and knocked it away from receiver Silverthorne, from Lucas Silverthorne. So Bullock's attempt. And it was well designed. And, boy, he could have caught that and turned upfield for a first down for sure. Now it's 3rd and 9.
Would have had some yardage there. 57, Pilot. He just got his hand right in the way there, and I kind of think it just kind of threw Silverthorne off just enough to where
You watch 57. He's playing at a different speed mentally and physically, and he's
kind of all over the field. Yeah, he's kind of all over the field right now.
Playmaker. Now you've got two right, and you got two to both sides in the wide receiver on that 9-10 yard out pattern, overthrown by Bullock. The attempt was to Schmidl, I believe,
Garrett
16.
Schmidl, little sophomore, young man in there getting some time. And, he just didn't turn around quick enough. I think it's more of a timing thing. And he seems to have that timing more with his senior group. And,
Bullock threw it to the stick,
yeah,
and his receiver wasn't there. So
Yeah.
they will punt for the second time. The Mustangs see if they can trap them back. Great crossing back inside the 5 again. But a good fair catch.
By Drake Boyd.
Drake Boyd goes back there, said, we're not going to get trapped again. But unfortunately, he caught it inside the 10. That ball was going to die inside the 5, probably.
Maybe. You never know. But, I know Coach, the reason he probably caught it because the coach probably gave him an earful last time. So it's probably the last thing he remembers. So it's like, doesn't matter where it goes, I'm going to catch this
Yes,
ball.
and he got it.
Even though it's inside the 10. And you have that 10-yard line rule, which if the ball goes inside the 10 on those, you want to let them go most of the time so they'll bounce to the end zone.
Out of the pistol, it is Nichols. Nichols, right up the gut. That's Jaquise Patterson, 5'9", 190-pound senior.
It's number 8, Ben Morrison, and number 70, Bryce Grady in there in the play. The little cross buck there. It looks like one back goes one way, fakes to him, gives to a second back. They got 2 backs there this time, more of a pro set. Last time they were more of a trips or a double slot set, and now they're a 2-back set, more of a pro set.
Receivers split wide right. Fake the play action. He rolls it and gets it out to one of those playmakers. Wide open. Cleared out by, it was DJ Blunt who cleared the defense and left a wide open hole on that right sideline for Kelly, number 11.
Yeah, Kelly just kind of stood there, and the DBs just kind of ran back with Blunt, and Kelly just waited while they ran back, and quarterback just hit him there, and they first little gain there.
First down for the Warhawks. That gained about 13 yards. 1st and 10 at the 22. Maybe 14 yards, or 13, yeah, it was about that. Again, they're going to go quick hit up the middle. And that was Noah Lieber.
Noah Lieber, and he had a little help there from number 8, right there, Ben Morrison. So
Mortensen,
yeah, those two there in there on the play again, right up the middle. And I think looks like Great Crossings found a little success here with this 2-back offense.
Little tempo offense here. They gained about 3.5 on first down, 2nd and a long 8 or long 7, and the overthrow there.
Oh.
I know that Kelly can get up, but boy, that was way up there.
They threw it way up there, but the ball seems to find that number 14. It seems to find him over and over. That's Liam Hudson.
And boy,
and he almost had another opportunity at interception.
There was you get to see athletes that play the safety position on the high school level. Great athletes. Mm-hmm. You get to see some terrific plays, and Hudson is a ball hawk.
He's kicking himself on that one. Knock on wood, and I don't want to say that, but most of the time when that happens, usually a positive play for the offense comes up the right
And it's
play.
3rd and 8. They're going to need one right here from the 25. Screen, a middle screen, and does he get to the line to gain?
That's a big hit by Liam Hudson.
And it's close. And they are going to wave them down. It was a close, but the official on the near sideline sees it. Says you have made that line to gain. So on 3rd and 8, they get 8 1/4 for the first down.
It's a nice little screenplay right there. Getting a lot of pressure up there by the defense, the front four of North Oldham.
Ball on the 33-yard line for the Warhawks of Great Crossing.
Going back to the trip set.
Gabe Nichols redirecting his back. Jaquise Patterson to the right. He swings out right behind the line of scrimmage, flips it to him. 2-yard gain and quickly converging that defense. And that is Noah Lieber again on the tackle.
Yeah, quick pass there to Jarius Patterson. And Patterson catches it, but it's going to be a
legal procedure penalty. Going to move the Warhawks back 5 and 1st and 15. Back to the 28.
So they've given the ball here to Jarius Patterson a lot, but Jaquise Patterson, he is not, they haven't, but I'm sure his time is coming. You got so many weapons.
Well, Jaquise is 7, Jarius is 3, right?
Yes, and number 7 has been back there a little bit, but he came out. I don't know why he's been.
He's been in and out,
Yes.
and he's got something right now. He's looking in his eye.
There he is. Okay,
Yeah.
on the sideline. No, that's Jaquise. Jarius.
No, that's Jarius. That's 3.
Jarius. So Jaquise is in now.
Yes.
The Patterson guys.
Yes. Both seniors. Jarius 5'8", 177 listed. Jaquise 5'9", 190.
Both of them are part of that backfield combination. They've got several young men back there that can play running back.
But you got to like with North Oldham. It's first down and wait a minute. How did they get 1st and 10? Is it?
We'll have to look back on that penalty.
Yeah.
Pressure.
Steps up through the pocket, does Nichols, and he's met there for a 2-yard pickup, made something out of nothing. That was Dawson Nagel and Noah Lieber. Lieber again.
Lieber and Nagel. Nice play there. Quarterback stepped up in the pocket. Great coverage back there by the defensive backs of North Oldham.
You see the Warhawks all looking to the sideline. Officials telling the coaches for the Warhawks to back up, get that sideline under control. And now.
So maybe that's what it was. It was a sideline warning.
Maybe that's it.
Sideline warning, and this no flag. I mean, no penalty.
They're going to have to call a timeout. This is an excessive amount of time.
Oh, just watch that back official.
A delay of game?
No, timeout. Nope. They're going to use it.
They're going to use it. Okay. I didn't know if he was reaching for his flag, but does call a timeout. Coach Ricky Bowling gathers his group on offense.
He was a stud in high school, I tell you what. He just passed the ball all over the place for South Laurel.
South Laurel alum, class of 2008. So, he doesn't have a ton of experience. He's in his early 30s, but this program doesn't. They started with nothing, and it's a brand new place. North Oldham, very used to a situation like that.
Yeah.
Creating a school out of necessity here in Goshen. In the shadow of Justin Thomas Land and Harmony Landing.
Yeah. Well, back to Coach Bowling. I talked to him a little bit earlier, and we talked about, I said, Coach, I want to know what got him into coaching. And, he thought he was going to be a pharmacist. And I said, a young man like you playing all that football, a pharmacist? Well, my mom was a pharmacist. And he said, I thought about being a pharmacist. And he said, I thought about being a minister. He said, then he got the calling to come coach. And they said, hey, you do this pretty well. And after he did that, he said, well, since I do that pretty well, he stayed with it. And here he is today.
Let's see if he has the formula as the son of a pharmacist and has the inspiration like a preacher to lead this Warhawks team past past those two powerhouses of Frederick Douglass and Scott County in 5A in Central Eastern Kentucky.
It's going to be a task. And there goes Jaquise
North
Patterson.
Central Kentucky. Yeah, Jaquise.
There's Jaquise Patterson. It looks like
running hard.
Yeah, Jairus is still on the side, so that's going to be Jaquise Patterson.
And now it's 3rd and 3 at the 40-yard line for the Warhawks. They're all looking at the sideline for the coaches signaling in the play. You've got DJ Blunt wide right on the near side. Zach Kelly.
I'm looking for Brady and Bradley to make plays here.
And a great RPO. Good hands by quarterback Gabe Nichols. Nice fake, quick hitter. Jaquise Patterson with the first down run.
Yeah, and they were in position right there too. Except they all went for the first back. When the first back came through and the defense went for the first back, then hand off to the second back, and there was nobody there. So
10-yard run. They needed 3, so first down at midfield for the Warhawks. This North Oldham defense has been tough so far, and there they are again. They needed a play,
Bradley.
And they wanted to take a shot on first down, but Bradley right there to knock down that pass. You rush. Look at that quarterback. Hands up.
Bradley's 6'3". He's already a tall young man, especially at the DN spot. And you can see his length out there. He stuck that hand up there, and that's something quarterback's going to have to work on. And, if he plans on taking it to the next level, he's going to have to work on getting that ball through those raised arms.
Bradley, a big name from my hometown. And as you're a Steeler fan like me, Team Dr. Jim Bradley, good friend of the family, and his younger brother Tom, longtime defensive coordinator, and there he goes again, and there it is. It's out. Well played, but does he get it? Do they get it? Sideline warning or a penalty, but it is recovered. What a relentless job of the defensive front from South Oldham. That's Bradley again in there.
Well, actually, that's number 99.
And we don't have that number.
We don't have a 99, but number 99, keep playing, son.
Whoa.
That was a great play right there.
Second time we've called him out. Probably could have called him out another time that we may have missed. Yeah. But there you go. Relentless.
He comes through and makes that play and then puts pressure on the quarterback. The quarterback fumbles the ball. It's a nice recovery by the lineman there of great crossing. So it looks like the end of the
first quarter. It's we're going to come back. It's going to be 3rd and a long 30 for the Warhawks of Great Crossing. You're watching North Oldham hosting Great Crossing on Glycod. Stay with us for second quarter.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
And welcome back. This is North Oldham football on the Glycod Network. North Oldham Mustangs hosting the Great Crossing Warhawks, and Great Crossing has a big task ahead of us. And alongside Joe Hamilton, I'm Paul Najar, and Joe, just talk about third and 30. What are we looking for?
They'll probably throw a screenplay, or he'll probably go to number 7 or number 2. I'm looking at possibly number 11. He's got so many weapons out there. Can he get time though? Because that front four of the defensive line of North Oldham with Bradley and you've got Bryce 99, Grady, 99 yeah. Bryce Grady. Those kids are bringing it. Here he comes.
He rolls left, and he's going to go deep, and that could be one. A jump ball bangs off. Well defended there by Mac Pyle, I believe.
No, Silverhorn.
Silverthorn, 14.
Silverthorn, number 6, was on the coverage there, and he just ran right with him. And you had DJ Blunt, and Blunt just ran it, and then he kind of just started backpedaling, and the DB Silverthorne just stayed right there with him. Just kind of
lost the ball, and it hit off, I believe, his face mask.
Yeah, and then there was opportunity for an interception there for the defense, but didn't work out. So now you've got Liam Hudson back here waiting to return this kick. Looks like nice.
It's Jesse Fair.
Yeah, nice job by Jesse. Nice kick. Landed short. That's hard to get to. That's one of those ones that's just
almost now you've got to have an up back on that return.
And nobody uses up backs anymore.
You did when you played. Coach Snellenberger always had an up back. Almost always.
High school and college, we had an up back. We had a guy who would, he's there, and if it was short, we had a little signal, where we'd yell out a code name or something. And superheroes sometimes, Batman, Superman, whatever.
And if it was long to you, he's your lead blocker.
Yeah, just lead blocker right there. And we had a lot of success. We had a lot of success not to my own horn, but we had a lot of success at the college and high school level, punt return. So
the Mustangs get their opportunity now, and they are backed up inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. They've got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Eye back. He hands it off. That's Hudson.
Nice play.
And he breaks that first contact, but
you know who made the second. You know who made the second one. You don't have to say his name. Say his name. Just say it.
Lucasco. Pilot Lucasco.
He's right there on the ball again. That was a nice outside run, though, by Liam Hudson right there. He made the first guy miss, as any good back does. But after he makes him miss, there he is.
He's got some yak there, about 2-yard gain, but he was met behind the line of scrimmage. So
Pilot Lacasco on the play and cuts it down to a 2-yard gain. So nice play both ways.
It's a third or fourth time they've shown that lead counter action, and nice and patient from Hudson. You wonder if they're going to save that for later in the game. 1 back, 2 left, 1 right. They're running out of 3 wide, and they go right up the middle.
And there he is again.
And that's Hudson again, and he is going to boy, they take their time, right? They take their time. They want to take clock, and they turn it into a clock defense field position type of game.
Try to use that, but when Lacasco makes a play again, as he just did, right there, you better run to the other side of the field.
It's hard because he goes sideline to sideline, doesn't he?
Comes the blitz.
And a quick out right. Nice to make a miss, but good pursuit from that great crossing defense. Almost the first down. 4th and 1 now.
That's a nice catch.
Decision-making time? What do you say for the Silverthorne?
That's first down. First down. Silverthorne
they
got
the first down. Wow.
Silverthorne with the stretch.
Just over the 33 out to the 34.
Caught that and made
I thought he was short, but
got it outside. Yeah, turned back inside, made a nice run. Nice run. And he did look short.
It did, and he just, I didn't see how that arm reached out with the ball on the ground. It certainly did to the 34. So a nice gain of about 7 yards, 8 yards on 3rd and 7 to get that first down. That's Hudson. He can't escape that really strong, sure arm tackle by number, I believe that's 76. That would be Wyatt Seekford.
And also number 40,
and number 49 was there too.
Or was that 48?
Lawrence Stroh.
The 46. His shirt's kind of folded in. It's 6 or 8, but that was a nice tackle there by him.
So, loss of 4 on the play.
You see South or
5
North Oldham. You see they have a lot of players that are going both ways. You're going to hear the Silverthorne. See him out there a lot. See Liam Hudson out there. See those guys out there making play after play. It looks like they have a different group of receivers in on this side.
Motion right to left. Cross the field, and now, could there have been a mask penalty? No, but they trapped quarterback Chase Bullock. He was rolling left, and they pursued, turned him inside, and he had nowhere to go. So that will be a loss there of about 4 yards. So it's at the 25, and it'll be 3rd and 19.
That's a name we hadn't called very much. Orion Fisher. Fisher, he just went outside, and the quarterback had to cut inside. He gave pressure there. So we haven't had to call his name too much.
Orion Fisher.
But I think they're actually running away from him. So
they are. Number 27 on that right edge, and that quick out a little too tall.
Just a little too tall for Smittle, and next thing you know, number 9 right there, Tyrus Cobbins, DB, right there to make the pressure, make sure he doesn't catch the ball. So
it's punt formation for the North Oldham Mustangs.
Silverthorne back to kick, and looks like they've got number 4? Is it Drake Bird? Drake Bird on the return. I'm sure Drake's going to catch this one too.
He doesn't. He is short now. He's only about 30 yards from the line of scrimmage. As this punt goes, and just sure enough, it goes over his head. He backpedals about 7 yards to pick it up, and he goes about 9 yards, and there will be a flag on the play.
Like
I'm not sure if that's a push in the back.
It looked like it, but that was a nice tackle. Nice tackle there by Carter Duncan. He's a junior. Got those legs. It was a nice play there by him. Nice tackle. See what this flag is going to be. It looks like push in the back there. Illegal block in the back.
I think that will be on number 22 for the Warhawks, Zach Morris. He raised his arms at the official. That penalty will set them back 10 yards. Great Crossing had the ball, good field position at about the 43. Now they're backed up to the 33. See what they can do with this, their 4th possession of the contest.
That North Oldham defense has shown true thus far. They've been the real deal as advertised. Because
beautiful night settling in here.
On nights like
sun
these,
setting,
you don't get cramps.
Sun setting to our north and west there. And the handoff up the middle.
It's Jaquise
fighting for
Patterson.
Jaquise. It's about 9 yards. Maybe it's a little less. Nope,
Jaquise Patterson, he's coming back from injury. He's injured. And he's been poised
this is
to try
about,
to take over as a featured back.
I'm just flabbergasted at the amount of sideline warnings these teams are receiving. But it's early in the season; they gotta adhere to the rules. And that shotgun handoff, quick hitter up the gut, first down for Great Crossing.
Yeah, like I said, he was poised to be the featured back. And he had some injuries, and it started out with Jarius Patterson in there, and then he came out of the game, and now Jaquise is in there, and it looks like Jaquise is not wanting to give those reps back up.
8 minutes left in this first half.
And they're going with the two back.
No score. Yeah.
It looks like they're just faking to the first back and then giving it to. No, this time they do give it to him.
And
give it to the first back, 28.
There's a bit of a counter play there as he moves through the line of North Oldham for a 2.5 yard, 3 yard gain out to midfield.
That's Dylan Lay. He's a junior. Gave him the ball there. Now he comes back out. Patterson comes out. 2 new backs come in. Looks like number 6.
It's Isaiah Johnson.
And number 10.
So wide receivers split right in the slot that is Zachary Kelly, but can't connect from Gabe Nichols.
Gabe was off a little bit. He kind of faked it there to number 10. Clayton Shaddix gave him a little ball fake there, a little play action.
RPO action, yep.
Yeah, threw it and just was off a little bit on Kelly, but Hudson was right there. Hudson was coming up in his back pocket, so I don't think he would have went far if he had caught it.
You see that defense from Great Crossing really settling in. You've played on all kinds of levels, and I have too, but after a long drive on a Friday, sometimes those legs don't kick in for a while, right?
Oh, well, it's really.
And a good step up into the pocket, but that ball will go out of bounds.
Uncatchable.
That attempt to Kelly.
Uncatchable. It depends, with the legs. With me, it never seemed to be an issue. I don't know. People talk about those things. When you're ready to play, you're just ready to play. and so it doesn't matter if you have a long trip. You just get off the bus and you walk around the track a couple times, and lift those knees up, and then you get your legs ready to play. But
57 looks ready to play in white for sure.
Oh yeah, he's
ready. This North Oldham team stops great crossing once again.
Yeah,
it's
long
4th
pass,
and 7
uncatchable.
at midfield, and they will be the beneficiaries of a punt here when just barely moving on this field. Fair catch called for, and nice job coming up to get that ball, Liam Hudson, on the fair catch at the 24-yard line.
And Isaiah Johnson, number 6, just in case he fumbles. That's a good job by him by not interfering with Hudson, but being close enough just in case he did fumble that ball. But no, that was most people don't realize or understand how hard that is when someone's in front of you like that to catch those balls or to dive down and catch those balls. That's a good job by Liam. There's a reason he led the state in interceptions with that hand-eye coordination last year, and he's got 2 already this year and almost had a 3rd.
And that was, as we mentioned, a good job by Liam Hudson as the Mustangs back behind center.
There he is again, Liam Hudson.
Chase Bullock hands it off to 14. And Hudson.
It's Cade Allen, defensive playing linebacker, number 23 in there.
And Lukasco.
Oh, of course, Lukasco. Well, I mean, it would almost be without saying, is that going to be one of those things like, do I need to say his name? He's in almost every play, and like I said, Cade Allen in there with him, and looks like no gain on that play. And the North Oldham offense, they had the ball moving a little bit earlier.
Penalties derailed them on their first drive. They got a great first down on their first 2 plays, looked sharp, and then 2 penalties and a 3rd one later on that drive, 2 in a row. But there's the stick by Isaiah Johnson. Maybe that'll wake up this great crossing sideline. The fans cheering as he puts down Silverthorne after a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Lukasco had him wrapped him up, and as he's wrapping him up, Johnson came to make sure they didn't gain any more yards. There's a nice solid hit right there, but that's good, great catch right there by the wideout. Silverthorne catch the ball, hang on, get a little bit of positive yards out of that. I think he may have gained 4.
Yep, 3rd and 6 is the call. Out of the pistol. Bullock.
Comes the blitz.
Oh.
It's the blitz right there, and I don't know if that's number 20. I don't know if 23 Caden Allen was offsides. Let's see what the call is here. Or did the offense move? Yeah, it looks like illegal motion on the offense. Taking back 5.
So faced with a 3rd and 10 now, or 3rd and short 11 are the Mustangs of North Oldham. Passing down here. But you never know. I'd like to keep I want to keep the ball in my hands. I don't want to give up a turnover, so I'm thinking of maybe a quarterback draw here.
He's got Noah Lieber back there, who played a little fullback and running back last year as well, so I think they're going to give it to him. To be safe with it. That's a safe play. You may not gain much, but, hey, the way the defense is played, that's just as good as anything else. Yeah,
there you go.
Get your punt off there. Looks like Lukasco was in there on the play again.
Take some time off the clock, get your punt in, be okay.
Yeah, and right now, North Oldham, they're doing what they want to do. I know Great Crossing, it's not what they want. They're more of a high explosive offense, a big play offense, and then you've got North Oldham with that defense, and they're kind of playing their game right now. As you said, taking their time deliberately, getting time off that clock. And
that is a really, in the face of a pretty decent rush.
Nice job there. Nice
yeah.
job by Silverthorne. Yeah, had a little pressure on him. He still got
about 30-yard punt.
Good coverage by number 15 and number 1 there. You got Fadel and you have
Fidel. Yes,
Fidel.
Yep.
I keep saying Fadel. It's Fidel.
I know. I coached a Fidel
and Carter Duncan. That was good coverage by those young men there.
back in my teaching days. Had a chance to coach a fine young man.
Now North needs to watch out. This is probably a play that I see Great Crossing maybe going for it. First down.
You got their
midfield.
2 studs wide to each side. They're going right up the gut, and that is, he's still going. Keeps those legs moving. Look at Jaquise Patterson go, carrying a couple of tacklers with him, and he hit it. He was stopped momentarily, but the legs kept moving. Love to see that out of a running back.
Yeah, that's what every coach wants. A running back to keep those legs moving. And 1 minute they thought they had him down. Next thing he gained another 6-7 yards. And Liam Hudson in there to save the day for North Oldham. He comes there and wraps him up.
15-yard gain up the gut.
Yeah.
And it's 1st and 10 at the South Oldham 38 for the Warhawks. They go right back to it. Let's get Jaquise rolling is the theme here, and he gets a good 4.5, 5 yards on first down.
Mortensen and Noah Lieber on the stop right there. Looks like Great Crossing, though. They're just going with number 7, giving Jaquise the ball. They're going to Dylan Lay on the blocking there. Now they've got number 6 and number 10 in the game, so they're alternating the backs in there. Giving off to number 6.
They're following. Boy, they double team in that center. That nose tackle, and
that's Isaiah Johnson right there. Nice play.
Yes, it is.
And it's Silverthorne in there with another play, but it looks like they found something that's gonna.
They're exposing the middle of that line. They have they're North Oldham just a little undersized at nose, and they're double triple team the nose tackle there.
They double team one of those big guys right there, and they can isolate a little bit. And they're bringing one of those backs in there. They're bringing either number 10 Clayton Shaddix, or they're going with number 28 Dylan Lay. Those are the lead backs in there. They're just giving it to Johnson or giving it to Patterson, and they found a little success here right here in the latter part of the second quarter.
3 straight plays netting 26 and 3, 29 yards out of the run game.
Yeah, that's almost 10
for
yards
the Warhawks.
a carry. Almost 10 yards a carry there, so about 9.5 yards a carry. And when you get something going like that, why would you stop it?
The big first down run from Jaquise Patterson to start this drive, 15 or so yards on first down, and then followed it up with a 5-yard gain.
Coach Jamie Brown trying to stop that momentum with the timeout, which, that's a smart play on his part. Kind of talk to his guys, get them settled back in, kind of let them know what's going on. And you've got Johnson and Shaddix at the running backs this time, but we'll see if they stay with that play.
They had 4 down linemen. They try to go to the break to the outside. It was Isaiah Johnson. Now,
Matt Powell with a nice stop right there. Powell doesn't make the stop right there. Johnson
is dancing.
Sleeper. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably going to gain a few more yards there. So it looks like he had all that. He only gained 1 yard. So that's a good job by Matt Powell, the North Oldham defense.
They credit him with 2, so it's second and a long 8. Out of the pistol, hands it off, another gut run, and there is the center of that defense buckling down, denying Jaquise Patterson.
You got Bradley in there, you got number 20 in there, you got Zach Morrison.
And 99.
99, and they're all in there, and this is going to be a big third down play. It looks like 3rd and 7. This is going to be huge right here.
At the 21-yard line. 2 3/4 minutes remaining in the first half.
You got Kelly to the left and you got Blunt to the right. You got 2 stellar wideouts right there. Then you've got you've got Patterson back there in the backfield with Shaddix. You got players all over the place.
And there is that cross action, but in on the tackle immediately, Bryce Grady.
Bryce Grady, senior Bryce Grady right there, letting them know. I'm a senior. This is what I do. I bring it in on the third down play.
He hunted that, Coach. He was there almost to take the handoff.
They tried something a little different there. Tried to go with Shaddix, and Bryce Grady said, no, sir. So it looks like they're going to.
They either go for it here on 4th and 12 or kick a field goal. Now, he hit their kicker, who is Jesse Fair, I don't know if this is going to be fair. Is it?
No, it's not fair.
It is not fair.
What's that number?
Or is it 13 or?
It's 10. No, is that Zach Curl?
And he's going, that left footer is going to try it from 42 yards.
90.
It is up. And it is good through the uprights. Wow. But A flag on the play.
Sideline warning, and they may, I wonder if they'll take that. Will they take the points off, or they let that go?
Are they going to call a contact with the kicker? They're going to call contact with the kicker. So it'll take it on. They're asking him, do you want it good,
want the points,
or do you want 4th and 5?
Well, he's kicking.
Or 4th and 6. So the coach has a decision to make. If it's a 15-yarder, they'll take the penalty in the first down, but if it's just running into the kicker, it's a 5-yard penalty.
I'm not necessarily going to do that if I'm the Great Crossing coach because, the way this defense has been playing,
decline.
I would take those points. It's going to, it's been tough getting those points.
This young man was
with a minute 34 left here.
He was booting it through from 45 yards away in warm-ups, and that was about 40. It was 42-yarder, and he kicked it about 45.
42-yarder there, and.
Yes, at 134 in this second
90?
quarter.
That's
Jack Harold.
Jack Harold, he's a junior, so he's I guess he's their long distance kicker. I guess they may have a short distance kicker.
There is the long distance, pal, right there.
Yeah, it's Jack Harold on a 42-yarder with
134 remaining. Warhawks of Great Crossing on the board first here in this Class 4A versus 5A matchup. It's two great suburban communities at Goshen with the North Oldham Mustangs and the outskirts of Georgetown where Great Crossing is.
And it is so interesting that you said that. Great Crossing is at a plateau right now, or at a place where North Oldham was 28 years ago, and that is. And then North Oldham had some real success, in the 2010s, 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s.
Yeah.
And
made their program hum. Good job by picking that one off the ground short. That's Dawson Nagel. Good job picking that up. I don't know if it would have gotten out of bounds, Coach.
It didn't look like it was going out of bounds, so he did the right thing. You got to get that ball. That was a great job by Caden Cedar. Cedar Jr., DB defensive back, made a nice play there.
The open field tackle, but out to the 25 was Dawson Nagel. And with 1:29 remaining in the half, North Oldham has to respond. When they see something downfield, haven't had much luck.
And this is not their forte. They don't really have that big explosive offense like that. So we may see them run the ball here just to try to run the half out. Then hopefully their defense can make some plays.
And right there, Jace Bullock hands it off to Hudson.
And that's Caden Allen right there on the play. Just Caden Allen's blitzing every play. He's bringing it every play.
Right up the gut, Caden Allen.
They almost have no regard for that. He's just coming every play. And
23 and 57. Whew, complimentary linebackers.
Oh, yeah.
And great play from the Warhawks linebacking core.
Yeah, he's bringing it almost every time up the middle, trying to just find a gap, bringing pressure.
Under a minute to play in this first half. 2 wide right, 1 wide left.
And there they come again. They're both coming.
Quick out, and that was caught and put down.
Well, he dropped that. You got to keep your eyes on the ball. He caught it right in his gut, and I think he turned his head to look upfield real quick and bounced out. It's a common thing that happens when you sometimes get a little antsy. Silverthorne.
Got to catch.
Yeah.
Then what? Seal, right? Catch.
Bring it into the tuck.
Seal.
Catch and bring it into the tuck. Eyes to the tuck. Bring it right in. And it's happened. It's happened to many receivers. You just
good lesson to learn.
You look, you've got it. You turn your head to look upfield to see where the defender is, and then you just kind of lose it. I don't know. It's a psychology of that, but it's just one of those things that happen.
Same play and almost jumping that route. It's number 9.
This
Tyrese Cobbins.
Cobbins had a good jump on that. He really wanted that one, and like I said. This really isn't the forte of
2 incomplete passes in a row, and we still have 41 seconds.
Right.
Look for pressure on this punt or drop back and set up a return.
I would drop back and set up a return here, and looks like they may be doing that, but I would definitely would have wanted to run the ball a little more. A coach made his decision, but with a defense like that, you want to make the Mustangs. You want to make the Warhawks use those timeouts.
They do have 2 timeouts remaining. The punt, nice job. They angle it to the sideline, downed at the 50,
by Lieber. That's a nice play by Lieber to get there to the ball.
By Lieber.
You would hope that he would let it bounce possibly the other way, but, that's when you stand in front of it.
Silverthorne with the 30-yard punt out to midfield.
This is going to be crucial for the North Oldham defense right here. The Warhawks, a great cross. They have 2 timeouts.
And they have some explosive receivers with 38 seconds remaining.
They have them, but they haven't even need to use them. They've gone right there with number 7. Just give him the ball. And it looks like he's back there again, Jaquise Patterson. So, Jaquise Patterson, look, he's back there in the backfield, and he's got he's back there by himself. So,
yep.
So I don't know.
2 split wide left, 1 ride right. And there is the quick screen, middle screen to Jaquise Patterson. He's going to get the first down just inside the 40. And clock will stop with 28 seconds to go to move the chains.
Jack Mortensen on the play. Clock's just running. Like I said, they got those timeouts, but I don't know what he's saving for. He downs it right there.
The clock didn't really move when it was wound.
So that's a good play right there. You got 27 seconds. You still have 2 timeouts. And with the leg, like Jack Harold, kicking a 42-yarder, you're a few more.
You get 6.
You're 10 more yards, and you're within his range. You're just inside the 40. You're at the 39-yard line, and next thing you know, like I said, 8 to 10 more yards, and look like you're definitely in his range.
So now at the 39, going in. The Warhawks, 27 seconds left. The fake dive and over the middle. That's the complete to number 19, Mason Euler.
He's a 5'8" sophomore. Nice play, nice catch there by a young man. It's good defense right there by number 5.
Down to 33, a good 6-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 4, and the timeout by the Warhawks.
And this is crucial right here. That's where you want to. That's where you definitely would have wanted to use a timeout on that, but they didn't. So they would have wanted the Mustangs, North Oldham. They would have wanted Great Cross to use those timeouts when they had the ball, but they threw it. And like I said, it's really not their forte of going.
They got a drop incomplete pass, and then the defense jumped that, a nice play by
the linebacker,
Tyrese Cobbins.
But, I would take the few yards lost just to make them use that timeout because their defense is so good.
Yes.
When you have a defense like that, you can run it like that and make the other team use their timeouts.
And you want that opportunity. You're talking about a first half now. You've been on the field. So many of these guys, two-way players. Mm-hmm. They've been on the field for the better part of an hour since 7:30. It's now almost 8:30 on my watch.
And that's why I say this. It's a big play, big drive right there.
But good defense out there as they fling it to the flat to Zach Kelly. Kelly had a wall of North Oldham defenders in front of him, but a good
tackle by Silverthorne.
Good 6-7 yard gain, 8-yard gain, gets him down to the 25. And now a first down with 15 seconds remaining.
And the clock is not running. Did he get out of bounds on that?
He must have. Or first down.
Well, they still, he must have gotten out of bounds on that far side.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just one of those plays where.
And there's the rush,
99.
the pass rush, 99 and others. 99 down with a little injury though.
99 and Bradley.
Slow getting up, but he gets up.
He bounces
popped
right up. Yeah.
That shoulder.
Yeah,
for
99 and Charles Bradley, they both got in there, good pressure in there. And that, like I say, when you have a defense like that, you can go ahead and take the chance.
Boy, did they fly in off the edge.
Yeah, take the chance and run the ball and make that team use their timeout so then they wouldn't have this timeout. And that clock would still be running and they'd have to bounce up. But here's this 7 seconds, this is probably the last play.
Little injury timeout here, so we'll take a break, come right back with the last 7 seconds of the first half on Glycon.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium here at North Oldham High School as the host Mustangs trailing the Warhawks of Great Crossing 3-0. And here comes the left foot of Jack Harold.
Yeah, Harold.
He kicked a 42-yarder earlier. This is going to be 41 yards.
Like I said, this is a smart play by them. I mean, no timeouts left. He has been a proven weapon thus far. So,
not much wind to speak of, maybe left to right. Let's see what this left-footed kicker can do this time. Down, up, and off the upright, the corner of the upright. That would have made it through, but just a little, just missing, smacking right into the upright and the crossbar.
That's a good fortune there for North Oldham. You know,
Wow.
to go down 3-0, to be down 3-0 at the end of the half. Well, there's 4 seconds left. Anything could happen, but I'm assuming that they're probably going to take a knee here. So, and, you know, that's a great kick there by Harold. You know, like I said, just hit the upright.
Yeah.
But you know, for North, it's good fortune for them to be down 3-0. Now, I think if their defense can do what they do second half, come here and make a play or two, and you know, who knows?
And
Liam Hudson can pick one off and
yeah.
score, or they could block a punt. You know, like they did.
Like they did last week, 3 defensive touchdowns.
That's right.
So at the end of the first half, the host North Oldham Mustangs trail the Great Crossing Warhawks 3-0 here from Mustang Stadium. We'll be back with our halftime show. You're watching North Oldham and Great Crossing on Glycod Sports.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by LaGrange Service Center, a family-owned car repair shop that also offers 24/7 towing and roadside assistance. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, celebrating their 58th year in business.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium, and on Glycod Sports, it is the North Oldham Mustangs, the hosts, trailing Great Crossing Warhawks 3-0. A first half filled with defensive. We talked about this pregame, Joe Hamilton, and the defenses did not disappoint.
No, those were both their defenses were keys to the game, and You got, I didn't hear Fisher's name that much, but I did hear Lacasco. But I think Fisher, they ran away from him a lot. They didn't really run to him, or, it was a play that might have been like maybe two holes inside of him, and so he just didn't have to make any plays. And the one play he was effective on, where they came toward him, he forced the quarterback back in, and the quarterback had to go down. So
got a tackle for a loss.
Yeah, their defense has been very solid. Then on the other side, as advertised, the North Oldham defense, you got Liam Hudson, and you got Noah Labor and Labor, and you got all those guys. They're just making plays. They're doing what they do.
Let's go through our first half scoring summary. It is a brief scoring summary, just 3 points on the board, and Joe Hamilton, you have that for our viewing audience.
Well, with a minute 34 left in the first half, we watched a lot of defense. Then finally, North Oldham pushed the ball inside the 40 of North Oldham, and then, Great Crossing pushed the ball inside of the North Oldham 40, then he pushed it inside the 30 to,
about the 25.
25, and next thing you know, that they're lined up at 32, and Jack Harold, the left footer, we were surprised. I thought I was going to see number 13, their kicker, who had been punting for him, Jesse Fair, but it was the junior, Jack Harold, number 90, who came in and kicked a 42-yarder. And that's really been about.
You love those 90 kickers, right? Those number 90 kickers, man. And he booted I was watching him in warm-up. He was hitting from 45 in a nice strong leg. When he got out to the 40, a 50-yard attempt, it was just short, but he put something on it and hit that 42-yarder late in the contest, though, in the first half. 7 seconds left. He had a 41-yarder clang off the upright and the crossbar for a miss, but that set the score, and we're here at 3-0 at halftime. We'll be back. How about we talk more about that first half when we return on Glycod Sports.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking ways to give your home a facelift. Jim, what are some updates and trends for doors this season?
The most popular door of the year so far has been this 3/4 6 light shown here as a double French door. I've sold this in this configuration, a door with side lights, a single door. People are loving the natural light this year.
In addition to doors, windows are another great way to update your home, right?
Absolutely. There's no better way to increase your home's energy efficiency than new windows. And if you're about to sell your house, nothing looks better on a property listing than new windows.
So can you and your team provide me an estimate to match my particular budget?
Absolutely. With multiple products and vendors, we can work with your budget to get your home the product it needs.
The Watts Home Center team can answer all of your window and door questions. So come on out and see them here in LaGrange or go to wattshomecenter.com to learn more.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium here on Glycod Sports. It's 3-0. Great Crossing leading the host North Oldham Mustangs and the Warhawks of Great Crossing. Not much offense here, Joe Hamilton, in this first half. You look at team stats. We'll talk about Great Crossing's 8 first downs to 2 for North Oldham. They got 1 on their opening possession in their first 2 plays, and then they went a little backwards, but we'll talk more about that. Net yards rushing, 19 rushes, 45 yards for the visiting Warhawks. The hosts, Mustangs, 11 carries, 4 yards total. And in passing yards, 46 yards for Great Crossing, 18 for North Oldham on 3 for 9 passing from Jace Bullock. So total offensive plays, 33 plays run by Great Crossing for 91 yards, 20 plays for North Oldham for 22 yards, and still, you look at that balance, it's just a 3-0 game. Punting, 5 punts for North Oldham, averaging almost 31 yards a punt, and 4 punts for Great Crossing, averaging 34.5 yards. Both teams had the ball for a little over 11 minutes, and you talk about even Steven as far as that goes, but Great Crossing finding some real good rushing yardage late in the second quarter.
Jaquise Patterson giving him the ball with the lead blocker. Next thing you know, he's got 9 attempts and he's got 50 yards. His long was a 15-yard run, and that was the one where it looked like he was down, and then next thing you know, he bust out of the pile. And thank goodness for Liam Hudson, for North Oldham, because if he doesn't make that play, I think he's gone to the house. But and other than that, Isaiah Johnson had a few carries, 3 for 14, and that's over almost 4.5 yards per carry. I think a little bit over 4.5 yards per carry. So anytime you're doing that, you're successful with the ball, and that's what Great Crossing has found. I think that was a little bit late in the second quarter. So, it's a wonder if Coach Bowling is going to is he going to stick with that formula? As we say, since he wanted to be a pharmacist.
Yes.
Is he going to stick with that formula?
There you go.
He's going to stick with that formula second half and come out and say, hey, this is what was working for us. Let's stick with it. Let's go to it. Because they had a lot of success with that. The play action, Kelly and Blunt, had some nice catches. Blunt had a really nice catch, but it didn't amount to anything because it's out of bounds. But he went up and got it. A really nice catch. So they've got a little bit of something on the outside, but I think they ought to stick with that running game with Patterson for their success.
And for North Oldham, the rushing, Mac Pyle, 2 attempts, 7 yards. He leads the Mustangs. Noah Lieber, 2 carries, 2 yards. Liam Hudson, he had a really strong first play of the game. Counter run for 7 yards, and he's gone backwards ever since. They've stuffed him. 6 carries, -1 total yards, and Jace Bullock, 1 carry. He was sacked for -4.
Definitely. Hudson had some nice runs there early, and so Mac Powell, his main run came off a wildcat.
Yep.
Where there's a direct snap to him, and he just went right up the middle, and that was part of that first series of first downs that North had. And then since then, it's just been tough for them because they are really not a team that can throw the ball or beat you deep.
Jace Bullock, as we mentioned, 3 for 9. All 3 passes that he completed, caught by Lucas Silverthorne for 18 yards.
And Silverthorne, it's caught little out routes, and he's got upfield a little
upfield.
Bit. But that's not their bread and butter, I guess Coach, as I talked to him in the pregame, they're still in the infancy stages, trying to figure out what does work for this team.
What will work on offense, and those are your halftime stats brought to you by Financial Solutions in LaGrange. Clarity for your financial future. We want to thank Financial Solutions in LaGrange. Again, clarity for your financial future. We'll come back with a little more, some defensive stats when we return on our halftime show. You're watching North Oldham and Great Crossing on Glycod Sports.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back on our halftime show here from Mustang Stadium at North Oldham High School. Alongside Joe Hamilton, I'm Paul Najar. And Joe, these halftime stats are brought to you by Financial Solutions in LaGrange. Clarity for your financial future. I want to talk a little bit about the defensive stats. And somebody you want to highlight from each team, I know from the visitors of Great Crossing, Pilot Lukasco is everything that he's been advertised as. He's been all over the field unassisted. He has 3 and 4 assists on the tackles, so that's pretty solid so far.
7 tackles. He's been making play after play after play after play. Almost every time you're calling his name, he's around the ball. He's around the ball every time. So it's been all Lukaska.
Yeah, and Orion Fisher with a half sack credit as far as that goes, as well as Ethan Harris, half a sack.
3 tackles. Both those gentlemen have 3 tackles apiece. So. They're doing that, and then of course
for North Oldham, you've got one guy who's been really, solidifying the back end of that defense, but not so far back. He's really attacking the line of scrimmage.
Well,
Liam Hudson.
First things first, it's not great to be a leading tackler when you're defensive back or safety.
When you're safety, yeah.
And when you're the leading tackler on your team and you're the defensive back or safety, it doesn't bode well for things to come, but. Let's hope that's not the case for North tonight. Also, Noah Lever, who's had 4 tackles. He's been around the football. He's got a couple solos and assists. So, and then, what was really working early for North was the pressure of Bradley.
Charles Bradley,
Bradley.
And the big number 99.
Yeah, and 99. I don't know his name. He doesn't have a number. And forgive us for that, but, hey, we're throwing you props there. And then there's Bryce Grady. Those guys, they're making plays, making lots of plays. So, that front four bringing the pressure, and it was that's been really solid. But then again, Coach Bowling has countered that with the screen. So, and that's when they hit Chase Patterson with the screen a couple times. So, slowed the rush down just a little bit. So we'll see. But no, Noah Lieber and Liam Hudson.
They're the leaders of that North Oldham defense.
They're seniors. They keep them in the game.
And those halftime stats brought to you by Financial Solutions in LaGrange. Clarity for your financial future will return with second half action from Mustang Stadium on Glycod Sports.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. Alongside Joe Hamilton, I'm Paul Najar, and it's 3-0 here at the half. They put 3 minutes back on the board. It was full 15 minutes run out of the half. Both teams came out. I think hydration was an issue, or may have been, as sun has set on the horizon. We see beautiful colors of pink and yellow and orange as the sun's setting to our west, of course. But here at Mustang Stadium, Joe Hamilton, a defensive struggle, a defensive battle. You're waiting for someone to show bursts of speed. Those someones have been on the defensive side for each team, blasting either through the line of scrimmage or at the person who has the ball. Haven't seen much breakaway speed from either team.
Well, defense rules. They say defense wins championships. It's early in the season. Most teams, first 3 games, unless you're a truly veteran team like Great Crossing, most teams, their defense is what carries them through the first couple of games. And North Oldham, that's what they're looking to carry them the first couple of games. Now, for Great Crossing, their defense, of course, is very solid too. North Oldham doesn't have the explosive offense, so that defense at Great Crossing has kept North Oldham scoreless right now. But like I said, it's two really, really good defenses right now, and what they have to watch out for is a big play by either Kelly or Blunt.
Yes,
the second half
in space.
If
or Patterson out of the backfield, we saw a couple of quick hitters for him.
We saw that, and like I said, if Gabe Nichols can get some one-on-one coverage out there, you've got to watch out for Kelly or Blunt, or like you said, Chase Patterson with the screen or something out of the backfield, because it looks like Great Crossing Warhawks. This doesn't look like their typical offense tonight.
Yeah,
not the first half. But then again, there's a reason for that.
That defense from North Oldham has been special, stout, tough, and they've stopped them every possession. The 42-yard field goal
but
that put Great Crossing on the board, it snuck through by about 3 yards. And both kickers for Great Crossing, it was interesting to note out here at halftime, both guys on the field kicking from the 30, so a 40-yard field goal. The long kicker is actually Jesse Fair, who handles kickoffs, and his from 40 yards went at least 15 yards. It went about 55 yards, but it didn't go through the uprights.
Missed the upright.
And the guy who made it, Jack Harold, just squeaked over the crossbar from the 40. But you're going to see right here as they come out to kick, it will be Jesse Fair, number 30.
No, it's like number 90.
They're going with Harold.
Well, it's Harold on that, but just hoping that the North Oldham offense, they can, if they can recapture what that was, that first drive when they went boom, 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 first down before they hit the penalties. If they can recapture that, then they can get something rolling here, and that's what they're looking for.
The Warhawks will kick off. Harold doinked one off the upright.
He's got Liam and
at the end of the first half, but it's 3-0. He made one earlier, and late, and he's going to hit a little nubber, and it's a fumble. Great Crossing gets the ball. Oh, it was a real tough little squibber. He wasn't going to kick it long. It wasn't handled well there. I believe that was number 40 for North Oldham.
It was number 40, and he is a young man who probably doesn't handle
Jake
the
Freeland,
ball. Probably doesn't handle the ball too much, and when he got the ball, there several players just kind of lit him up. And
on the recovery, it was Malachi Young, number 26, I believe. And it is first down, a little modified onside kick. They made that front line move back, and a good job by Jack Harold to get the ball where it needed to go. And they're going to call a hold there. Is there going to be a retaliation? No.
Looks like a hold right there, number 74.
74, or is that 78?
Could be 78. 78. They're both in the vicinity.
Yeah.
It is 78. You're correct. It was 78. But we don't have a 78 for Great Crossing. I apologize for that. So
the Warhawks will be pushed back 10 yards from the 40 back to midfield. 1st and 20 for their first offering. Or are they going to take it from the spot? They got to take it from the spot of the infraction. So I believe the infraction was at the 43, so that'll take it back 10 yards inside Great Crossing territory to the 40, to the 48. They got it at the 42. So on the other side of the field, it goes to the 48.
And they're starting out with
Second
Johnson
and 1st and 22.
Johnson and Shaddix in the backfield for Great Crossing.
Johnson and Shaddix.
So they come on the blitz. Looks like quarterback's alternating.
Oh, and there was movement on the line. Another penalty on the right side of that offensive line for Great Crossing. The Warhawks back 5 more yards. 78 out, 52 in. Joey Monroe comes into the lineup.
And that happens a lot. You jump twice. The coach.
1st and 27. You got the first down on your first possession, North Oldham, and then 2 straight penalties, then a play, then a 3rd penalty. 2 straight penalties here from Great Crossing after the little kick play that they recovered, modified onside kick. And that pass sharply thrown, but could not be brought down by DJ Blunt.
Good coverage there by Silverthorne. Quarterback dropped back, had a few hands up in his face, but that's as expected. And throws a dart, a nice little seam route right there as DJ goes up to get it. You got to expect to get hit, and number 6, Silverthorne, comes there and lays the wood on him. And,
just a little behind, Blunt.
It was a little bit behind, but the old adage, if you are a wideout, as the wideout coach will tell you, if it touches your hands, you need to catch the ball. And it hit his hands, so coach may not give him any excuses for that.
They're going to run it right up the gut, and there is that stout North Oldham defense.
It's a great play right there. That's Bryce Brady on the initial
99
hit.
Again.
And then 99 came in right after to clean it up. But they faked it there to the first back and gave it to the second. And that would be number 10, I believe. Gave it there to Clayton Shaddix.
And North Oldham, 3rd and 27 on defense. You're just getting back, making sure no one goes behind you. And that ball goes up in the air, and it's going to be picked off. Just as good as a punt, but there it is. Picked off at the right around the 22.5, 23-yard line.
Mr. Reliable, there he is, Liam Hudson.
Liam Hudson.
3rd interception of the season. He had 8
8 last year.
He's got 3 this year. That's 11 already, so he's in the right spot at the right time. But
he's going to win someone's Thorpe Award, right?
If they've got one in high school. But, Gabe Nichols rolled to the left. And, for a right-handed quarterback, it's always tough to roll to the left. Then instead of stopping and planting his feet, he tried to throw on the run, and it just slipped out a little bit.
Flare.
Next thing you know, it's just a little wobbly. And
and there was North Oldham's response. Let's go right at you. That was James Bullock looking downfield.
From Mac Powell down the sideline. Just overthrew him a little bit. But I can understand that, going for it on the first play, just trying to get something back.
Flip the field.
Yeah, maybe sneak something in on him. But like I said, it's tough for Gabe Nichols to throw a pass, or any right-handed quarterback to run left and really throw on the fly like that. And the ball just floated on him a little bit, and there he was, Mr. Reliable, Liam Hudson on the interception. There was good coverage back there by Silverthorne as well.
2nd and 10 at the 23. Hands it to the I-back. That's Hudson up the gut. Nothing doing.
No, there's not much of anything in there for him. There's just a host of Warhawks making the play.
And there is 27, Mr.
Just pick your name on that. There's about 5 kids that are in the ball. Just pick your poison. There's 5 Warhawks right there. There's not much room for Hudson on that. And so I think it's
Ryan Fisher got there first. He had collapsed from his right defensive end spot.
Which says something. You collapse from the defensive end spot all the way in to over the center guard gap, and that's a lot of ground coverage, and that's going through some people to make a play.
Seeing it early and making your move, decisive. Oh, and there's a fumble on the snap, but there's going to be a motion penalty on North Oldham.
And that is a blessing for
two
North
guys
Oldham.
In motion at the same time.
Blessing for them, because that would have been a fumble, and looks like Great
It'll
Crossing.
Be 3rd and 15.
Yes, it will. Great Crossing would have picked that up, and if not scored, at least had the football. But they may have picked it up and took it to the house on that one, because the quarterback was not ready at all.
Yeah, they're back to the 18-yard line, and this offense from North Oldham needs a spark.
Chase Bullock was not ready for the ball, just hit him right in the chest. But like I said, that was a blessing right there.
He's back in the shotgun, receives a snap, looks right, pumps, throws right to the flat, and it's picked off. Yes, he did. That is Zach Morris, number 22.
Yeah, that's a nice play right there. He sat right there, and he waited, then just rolled in and made a nice play right there. But the quarterback also pumped, and when you ball fake like that, that brought Zach Morris more toward the receiver, and I don't think Zach Morris was even really headed that way. He just saw him pump fake that way.
And that gives you that opportunity to jump that route.
And then next thing you know, then when he actually threw it, Morris was there. So nice jump there by Morris. Unfortunately for North, that's not what you want to do, but that's just tough.
1st and 10 at the 19 for Great Crossing. Split backs in the pistol. How do you respond to that? The dive, it goes to Jaquise Patterson.
It's by tackle by Lieber and tackle by number 8, Ben Mortensen.
Boy, this team has shown a lot of resilience, this North Oldham defensive squad.
They have, but what I was going to say earlier, things like that, when you got your defense on the field so long, and some of these kids go both ways, they're
tire.
Yes, they tire, and so their offense could just do a little bit, just get a little bit going for them. But, it's tough, and there he goes again.
And there's Jaquise up the middle. He's still going, moving his feet, bounces off one tackler to the left outside, and he gets inside the 10, and
that's Dawson Nagel on the play.
Near the first down marker, and it is a first down.
Oh, yeah.
First and goal.
That's the formula Coach is going with as we're talking about pharmacists, but it seems to be the formula that Coach Bowling is going with right there. He's going to stay with Jaquise Patterson, giving him that football.
First and goal at the 9.
Just running the ball up the middle.
Split wide, right and left, the receivers. And they fake right, and goes to the left, and Patterson's met there by a bevy of these Mustang defenders.
Yeah, that's going to be Mike Powell and Ben Mortensen again. And, he tried to fake it right there to the first back, number 28, Dylan Lay, or Dylan Lay, however we'd like to say that. I say Dylan. Dylan Lay faked it to him and gave it to Patterson, and the North Oldham defense was there waiting for him that time.
Now, second and goal from the 12. A 3-yard loss. Keep pushing him back. That's the motto of North Oldham's defense. They got to do it. Now back to pass, right corner of the end zone. Up high it goes. But again, overthrown. Well played defensively there. And, when you're going up against a talent like DJ Blunt, you've got to know where you are on the field. And that young man, number 3, Cooper Benson, has had this tough task of defending him, and North Oldham's Cooper Benson knew where he was, didn't have to worry about touching him, no interference.
It's a great job.
Third and goal from the 12.
Great job out of Sophomore. This could be huge if North Oldham could hold him to a field goal or not score here. It would keep them right in the ball game.
Third and goal, straight drop, quick out, right side, and there is,
there he is again, number 3. That's Cooper Benson on the stop right there. He makes a great stop. It's going to be 4th down.
Zach Kelly met immediately by Benson. Great
nice
stick.
Play. Yeah, it's a nice play. Nice little throw and nice little throw and catch there by the quarterback receiver. But that was even a better play by Cooper Benson as he comes off his cornerback position, lays the wood, right there, waiting right there. So this could be huge right here. If they could possibly
opportunity,
they could possibly miss this, or even if they do get 3, they still got an opportunity to score a touchdown and kick a field goal.
This will be a 26-yarder. There was movement, it looked like, but no call, and it might have been wide left, but it's good. He got it inside that left upright, and it is good. And Harold has all the scoring. It's 6-0 for Great Crossing. The Warriors lead the Mustangs. We'll be back at Mustang Stadium. More third quarter action on Glycod Sports.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Back here at Mustang Stadium, and it's 6-0. Jack Harold, both field goals. Left-footed kicker for the Great Crossing Warhawks. He will kick off now. He had a nice modified onside kick, a little blooper about 20 yards that they couldn't handle. Now he will go back to kick. I don't know why they don't have the other kicker in, because he can blast it downfield.
Dawson Nagel, and they might try to kick it short again, but this time you got number 37 over there waiting on it.
Oh, and it went through his hands, and is he going to have to pick it up? Yes, he is. Ball goes to the 1-yard line, and out he comes only to the 2. Oh, my goodness. That's a tough break for these North Oldham Mustangs.
Number 57, number 40 on the play there. That's, of course, Lucaso right there down there.
Lucasco, yes.
Lucasco on the play, and then number 40 as well. That's Bryce Heyman.
Well, they've had some really good, we've seen the last 2 weeks, balls that hit the ground on the kicking game have been either boon or bust, and there haven't been boon for any team, far as nothing good has come from letting that ball hit the ground.
Right, and like I said, Dawson Nagel right there, the junior, he just kind of hit him flat on his chest, it looked like. It just bounced right off his chest. That's just tough right there when it hits like
First
that.
down at the 4-yard line for the Mustangs.
Here comes the blitz.
North Oldham. Under center. Jace hands it off. It's back. And it just seems like Hudson, you see him try to find a spot through the line. There might have been a little hole there for a few, but he tried to bounce it outside again. He moves well laterally to his right, but they are there. Greg Crossing has been there all night.
Isaiah Johnson, the defensive back, he basically everyone's what they call shoot support. And, he's shooting that gap right there, the opening, as the two linebackers, they're coming, two inside linebackers are coming every play. So basically it's almost like a gap 8 defense. So everyone's holding their gap.
Loss of 2, second and 12. Yes, Jace Bullock goes quick out, and it is caught. Brought down immediately is Lucas Silverthorne, and that was number 8.
Well, that's number 9.
Or number 9, Tyrese Cobbins.
Tyrese Cobbins. Cobbins with a nice play there, DB, and number 57 is right there in the is right there close. So if
Lukasco,
if Cobbins doesn't make the play, Lukasco would have been there. He's right there in the vicinity. So
taking some time is North Oldham out of the huddle. They are 3rd and 11 at their 3. Got to find something, maybe a quarterback draw or a quick hitter up the middle here. Need a few more yards for clearance, but they decide to pass. Bullock rolls right. Jace finds, sees, and hits his receiver in the numbers, and the ball falls to the ground.
That would have been a huge play for North Oldham right there. Quarterback did a great job. Chase Bullock did a great job finding time, rolling there, had a lot of pressure on him.
Not sure if that was Mac Pyle.
That was number 6, Silverthorne, and hit Silverthorne right there. And that's a tough break right there. Just got to catch those. There's not much else to say. When you come to sideline, your coach is just going to say the same thing. He's going to say,
you got to get this punt off. Block well, punt well, race that mistake.
And him being the punter, you hope that doesn't stay in his head right here, that he can get this off.
Snap. He has to go back. It looked like it was tipped, but no call on the tip. Ball flies out of bounds inside the 30 at the 25, 24, 3-yard line, 23-yard line.
It's a good job, though, by him getting that ball off. He had a
20.
lot of quick pressure on him. Good job. Really good job.
Ball, good catch. Ball was well above his head. 24-yard line, let's call it. The official marks it there. And you're just waiting for this North Oldham Mustang defense to finally cave. They've been so strong throughout this game.
Like I said, that's a great catch there by Silverthorne to save 2 points. I know in his head, I could see him as he grabbed his face mask. He's probably reminiscing if I had caught the last one. But
he still have the ball.
Yeah, but like I said, that was a great save there by him. He saved 2 points by getting
yards
that ball out the end zone.
And first downs hard to come by for both teams. They hit the quick hitter. There is Patterson once again. Jaquise Patterson.
And stopped by Noah Lieber right there, and got Brady Grace, who was there quickly.
Bryce Grady,
Bryce Grady just couldn't hold on, and so then. After he gains about 5 yards, you got Noah Lieber who makes the play.
They want to go a little tempo. They don't go to a huddle, so they're muddle huddle here, trying to figure out if they can catch this North Oldham defense off guard a little.
Give off to Patterson again.
Another gut run for Patterson. It's down on the ground. The ball is picked up by, no. It was not. He didn't stop. I thought the ball was loose, but he wasn't stopped. Tough run by Patterson.
Real tough run there by Patterson. Mac Powell there on the stop. Looks like they're just kind of controlling the line. They're just going to let.
That's a first down at the 19.
Shaddix, or they're going to let Lay be the lead back every time, and then they're going to just give it to him. Or right now they've got number 22 and 23, and there's Zach Morris and Caden Allen in there.
They take the snap,
hand it up to Allen.
Now,
they got a host of backs in there.
And he breaks through off that left edge on a nice slant run to the left side.
And that's tackled by Silverthorne. And
inside the 10.
They're just keeping their backs fresh in there. They're just putting a new set of backs in there every time. And you just see that they're going tempo, and they're just trying to wear that defense down.
Gain of 6. They're inside the 10 at the 8 or 7.
Oh, there's a nice play by Bryce Grady.
And good penetration by Grady.
And that's a great play. That's Bryce Grady at his best. And they came right through there, made a nice hit right there on Caden Allen right there. I think he hit Allen and just as he received the ball, so they may have not gained anything.
No, they lost 2 there, so it's they lost 1. They haven't changed it up on the scoreboard. Well, at least 1, so it's 3rd and 6 or so from the 9.
Trap again, and
there
22.
It goes. Bust through, and there he is. Oh, and there's a flag on the play. Is it an end zone? A touchdown. He is in.
Zach Morris, that was a little trap play right there. There's a nice pull there by number 7.
Flag on the play by the referee. Let's see what the head referee has a call here.
Yeah, Jaquan Solis on the pull right there.
Touchdown's good. Dead
ball, unsportsmanlike
unsportsmanlike on great crossing. That will send them back either on the kickoff or on the extra point. We'll see where that North Oldham takes that penalty.
It doesn't look like they're giving him the touchdown, or are
they? Gave it. They gave him
the
touchdown.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure. If that unsportsmanlike happened before he crossed the goal line,
because look where they're lined up at right now.
And that's
not a 2-point. That's not a 2-point
no,
conversion.
That's what Coach Brown is arguing.
Oh, so he's giving him a touchdown. He gave him a touchdown. Okay.
It was after the play.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he scored before he threw that flag.
But they've given him the touchdown.
They are, and that's the call.
They'll take it back on the kickoff.
12-0. Let's see if it can be converted here. Jack Harold, the left-footed kicker who has scored on 2 field goals earlier in the contest.
Okay, they're going to do it on the extra point then. I didn't know what they're going to do. It looked like they're
nope, they're going to do it on the kickoff.
Yes.
So 3:55 remaining. Here's the extra point.
3:55.
And it was a 9-yard touchdown run from Zach Morris for the Warhawks. Sorry. They're going to fake it. It's a shovel pass. Inside it goes, but well sought. That was a Zach Kelly shovel pass, but they snuffed it out. It looked like Cooper Benson again. And Mac Pyle.
Yeah, stop Kelly on that, and Mac Pyle just came out and made a really nice play. That was a really nice play there.
Oh, we're going to take a quick break here. It's 12-0, 3:55 remaining in the third quarter on Glycod Sports.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back. Mustang Stadium, North Oldham High School trailing the Great Crossing Warhawks. And it's been tough sledding for North Oldham offensively, and finally their defense a little fatigued. They have been bending, and actually stuffing the Warhawks offense. But this third quarter, they have given up a field goal and a touchdown, and the offense needs to come alive here, Joe Hamilton.
It's been about field position. You know, it's tough when you're giving the other team the ball inside the 20-yard line.
And now you've got 15 yards advantage here. You've got to catch this kick.
You've got to take advantage of this one right here. But you know what they did was, and that's a nice catch there.
Nice catch. And up the left sideline, he spins out of a tackle. And that run by Dawson Nagel gives the Mustangs the ball at the 35.
Yeah, nice play there. Take the ball at the 35. That's probably the best field position they've had this half. But like I said, if anytime you keep giving an offense the ball inside the 20, which is what they've done this second half, it's hard to stop them. They've got a field goal off that. They've got a touchdown off that. And then
hidden yards. Balls bouncing in front of them on kicks and punts. Giving up field position. Exactly right. So it's at the 36. Almost 36. We'll 1st and 10. Split 2 right, 1 in the slot, 1 left. Slot man comes in to cover the end, and they're going to run that bread and butter. It's going to be Hudson to the right side, And until they solve the problem of what they need to block, Coach, it's only going to gain them a couple of yards.
Yeah, there's just a host of Warhawks right there ready to make that play, and there's just not much room there for Liam Hudson. Gained a few yards there.
2 yards on the gain. Call it 2nd and 8.
If he could break one, that would really be a plus for North Oldham. But like I said, that defense is tired for North. They've been on the field almost the whole third quarter here, and they've been inside,
deep in their own end. Yeah,
Greg Cross had the ball almost inside the red zone.
Bullock under center takes it, hands it off right to Hudson, and again met at the line of scrimmage. I don't know how many times you can go back to that, and I do know that they're expecting something more.
Lukasco on the play.
Yeah.
Number 42. You got Josh Strayer on the play.
You got to get to that second level, and North Oldham just hasn't been getting there here in this since the opening drive.
Well, I think that's part of that youth that they have on the line. And then Coach also said, if you listen in his pregame interview, he had one of his young men that are not going to be out there because of some academic situations. So that hurts the team when you don't have some of your veteran linemen out there in a game like this.
North Oldham facing the 3rd and 8. Back in the pistol. Right over the middle he goes. He connects. It's a first down. And that is Bullock to number 20, Zach Mortensen.
Yeah, Mortensen with a nice catch over the middle in traffic. Makes a good catch right there. He gets spun around. That's a positive play.
That's some juice there. Gain of 11 on 3rd and 8. They are now near midfield at the 47-yard line. Gain of 9, we'll call it. They got 9 on 3rd and 8. And the Mustangs with their first down since the first quarter.
Maybe they see something over the middle. With those linebackers coming every play, that's where the open area is. So, and now the linebackers didn't come this time. The first time they did.
Again, straight drop though, and it's deep down the right sideline. And there should be a flag.
Yeah, pass interference.
And he turned late, Coach Joe, but he did not early. There was some holding early.
Isaiah Johnson out there. There's some bumping and pushing and grinding and moving shoulder to shoulder, but it just depends on what the referee sees, and he's out there closer than we are, so you can see there's a little contact, but I guess the referee felt that there's enough contact to call that pass interference. So.
He had his head turned around at the end, but I think it was a few steps before that where the interference, but a good strong throw from Jace Bullock. Perfect spot.
Awesome throw, and the receiver's in a good spot. That's one of the better throws, and like I said, the defensive back was there, but you just they called a little contact there, so the referee's out there in the sidelines right there next to it. That's what he's paid to do. And
now they have a 1st and 10 in Warhawks territory, so it's Hudson off the right edge. It's 2 yards, ball on the ground, but it's okay. He did not fumble.
The ball got loose in there. A couple of people yelled ball, but in that pile, but it seems like he got the ball right back.
And they're going to stop the clock. Hudson, someone is down for North Oldham, so we're going to take a break. 1:21 left in the third quarter here at Mustang Stadium. It's 12 for the Warhawks of Great Crossing, 0 on the board for the North Oldham Mustangs. You're watching Glycon Sports. Stay with us.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod. You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod. You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium here at North Oldham High School, and we are glad to see that is Liam Hudson, who was injured on that play, nicked up, but he got up under his own power and walked off the field to a nice round of applause. Both teams on their knee as he was being tended to by the on-field physician, training and training staff. So
they'll probably bring in Noah Lieber or Mac Powell on this. They've both those guys got some experience.
Beneficiaries, from a pass interference, and now at the 36 of the great crossing Warhawks, and they've got it in illegal motion right after. Oh, 2nd and 7, and now they're backed up 2nd and 12.
Illegal?
Oh no, they called it a illegal shift or too many men
on the field.
Too many men.
Yeah, too many men on the field.
So a break there. I saw great crossing clapping out at that flag. They thought maybe there was a flag on the line, but was it 12 men on?
It looked like, I don't know. They still count them up. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. I got 11.
I count 12. Well,
I got 11.
Looks 11, yeah.
So now 2nd and 2 at the 31 for North Oldham. Straight drop. He's going to wing it. Chase Bullock can't get it to his receiver out there, but it was a tight coverage.
Yeah, that's Isaiah Johnson right there. And that, if the ball was catchable, they may have thrown the flag again. Since it was uncatchable, he didn't throw that because Johnson didn't.
He has good technique.
Yeah.
He just got him, I thought, a few steps before the ball arrived on that pass interference DPI a couple plays earlier. But there, the timing was good. 3rd and 2 now. 47 seconds remain, third quarter.
Nice ball by Chase, though. Chase Bullock, that's a nice ball.
Chase Bullock, he likes that right sideline. Wide receiver left, 2 right.
And it looks like they've all of a sudden, great cross, and they just stopped bringing those linebackers.
Oh, and they go with that little delayed run off the right side, and they can't get but maybe a yard.
I think they might be close. It might be a little closer than you think, but
it's 4th and 1.
But what it is those linebackers are not coming. When they come, there was no room for Liam Hudson and Mac Powell just ran that one. There was room that time, just a little bit more, because those linebackers don't bring when they sit. So that's the key. Watch those linebackers. That will tell you, that will give you a lot of room. They bring it, then that middle's also open when they hit the tight end. So we'll see if they go to hard count.
4th and 1. They will go at the 29. And now they're going to go direct snap, and there is the reach and the first down.
And is that Mac Powell on the?
Was that Powell?
That looks like Powell right there on the. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Number 4 on the Wildcat.
Well done. First down Mustangs at the end of the third quarter. It is Great Crossing 12, North Oldham yet to score, but they are driving at the 26 with a first down going in. We'll have fourth quarter action here at Mustang Stadium on Glycod Sports.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glaycod.
Welcome back to North Oldham High School here, Mustang Stadium here in Goshen, Kentucky, and you've got the Great Crossing Warhawks up 12-0, but North Oldham first and 10 at the 26 of Great Crossing, and alongside Joe Hamilton, I'm Paul Najar. And Joe, do you take a shot here on first down to the end zone?
Do you steal your momentum? No.
Split, 2 wide right, 2 wide left, and there it goes down the right sideline is Jace Bullock, but he gets it out of bounds, and they could not find the connection.
That's Smeedles went with the little stop and go route, but the DB he never bid on it. You know, he kind of stopped, and as the DB just stayed back, he hung back there. So when you ran into him, you're just running the route on air.
You've seen Tyrese Cobbins all night, and you're a wide receiver. You were a defensive coach. What do you like about this young man on that edge, and number 6, Isaiah Johnson?
Well,
what do you like about those guys?
Well, they fly up on the run. They fly up and support the run really well, and they have good coverage. And they have good coverage. And here comes the blitz.
And there was a motion, or did they get across too soon? Motion. Yep.
Legal motion.
Left early.
And that's what has the offense jumping. But no, both those defensive backs, they're quality DBs. Number 6 Johnson over there, he's been making play after play after play, and he turns his head just the right time.
Yeah.
Now, not only he may have a little trouble with the taller receiver, that's yet to be determined. But
and for North Oldham, Cooper Benson's been doing the same thing. There have been some really good defensive players here tonight.
Defensive-wise, both, Mac Powell,
quality,
Silverthorne,
Hudson,
those guys are all making great plays at
and the line.
Yeah, all the DBs on both sides of this game have been doing a great
Second
job.
and 15. Jace Bullock goes back, and it hits off the hands. He was going quick over the middle, and it tips off the receiver, the intended receiver.
Yeah.
That would be number 20. Was that number 20? Zach Mortensen, it was.
Yeah, that was 20. Mortensen, it was a little hot for him there.
Yeah.
He threw it a little hot and a little behind him. When you throw it hot and behind him over the middle, bad things happen.
And we just saw it.
And it happened right there. And then number 4, Drake Bird, is a recipient of that. And that kind of kills that momentum for North Oldham right there. Now, North Oldham, they come back here and make a nice play. Get a fumble recovery or interception here or something, but I don't think they're going to throw the ball. I think they're going to give it to number 7 here. They come with the lead back, and they're going to give it to number 7 and try to run some clock.
The Warhawks up 12-0 for Coach Ricky Bowling. And they go up the middle, but only a couple of yards for Patterson.
Yeah, and number 90 right there, Charlie Bradley on the play. A nice tackle there. But that's probably what they're going to do. They're just going to get this clock running. Try to run it down, and and try to get out of here with a victory. Kind of cut what they've had. Because Coach did say this is Coach. We sat and talked. Coach Bowling and I. He said it's going to be a tough game. He said don't let our offense last week fool you. He said they have a really good defense. He thought it was going to be a hard, good physical game. So.
And up the middle again, some good battles on the line, and both teams. With an abundance of defensive talent.
Oh yeah, the gentleman just made that play right there. Bryce Grady, who came in and made the tackle on Patterson right there. That it's a good battle inside. If you like those interior linemen, and you like watching good battles. It's some good stuff down there going on right now.
It's 3rd and 6 at the 37. Back and complete. It is from Gabe Nichols outside to DJ Blunt, but only for 3 yards.
Well, Silverhorn,
2 yards.
Silverhorn got his feet, tangled him up,
yes.
Silverthorne, and made a nice play right there.
Boy, you like that.
if he didn't
the
hold
legs,
on to them, then
he's gone.
Yeah, then DJ's going to run straight down the sideline, and all of Bourbon County's going to be jumping up and down cheering for him.
Well, he transferred.
They may not be.
They may not be
cheering for him. That's
10 minutes
funny.
to play here in this contest as the punt from Jesse Fair.
Nice fair catch there. Nice job there, young
39,
man.
good. They did not let any extra yards go, so it was a 17-11, 28-yard kick, no return.
Nice job.
9:55 remaining here in the contest, and North Oldham needs one quick.
Yeah, with Smittle in there catching the punts, it maybe Liam Hudson may not be coming back in the game. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's on the sideline, number 14.
But they did well without him. You know, that last drive, they had a nice drive going. He just Chase just threw it a little hot there for Zach Mortensen. But like I said, that wide open is middle. The middle is wide open, and if they can use that and
find some opportunities there.
Yes.
And up the middle run now, breaking it to the left. That was just a couple yards there. Second down now. And tackle was Orion. I went backwards. Orion Fisher.
Yeah, with the tackle. And
he lost his helmet maybe?
It looks like he lost
he's up.
his helmet. He's up, but I think you have to leave the game and take the helmet off.
Have to come off for a play, minimum, as both teams.
Looks to be all right. Looks like he's probably just got some grass or dirt in his eye or something, and he's rubbing his eyes there.
We'll come to the sideline and certainly get back on as soon as possible. 9:43 remaining in this contest. It's 12-0.
Well, here's your chance to run left. You got number 50 who just came into the game, and that's Clay Spradling.
Spradlin.
He's a junior, 6'2 junior. Is your opportunity to run left?
2nd and 9, and they go right. Up the middle. They find a couple.
But then number 57 makes the play right there.
It's Pilot Lukasco. And it's now 3rd and a long 6.
Tackled by
7,
Lukasco.
8, they call it here at the 34-yard line. But I don't know how they're at the 34 when the ball's at the 32.
Well,
or it actually is at the 37.
Well, here's
there
where,
we go.
if
36.
Lukasco's on the left, and Orion Fisher's out of the game. He's out of the game, so I'd be running to my left, their right.
Yes. Away from Lukasco.
Yes. But the linebacker's trying to find a hole, and
on Jake. In on Jace Bullock.
Josh
Strayer with that delayed blitz.
And he's the recipient of that. He's the recipient of that delayed blitz because number 23, Caden Allen, comes in. And when he comes in, he creates.
That was neat. Yeah, that was neat how they had that. They showed him something.
And Caden Allen comes in, and as Caden Allen comes in, the tackle leaves his man, gets him, and so
it was a little stunt action.
And Josh Strayer becomes the recipient of that.
And a good.
It's a nice fair catch right there.
Punt,
catch it. Nice
high.
Job.
It was a 30-yard punt. Fair caught there.
They ran into
and there's going to be a running into the kicker penalty.
That was a nice catch there by Drake Bird.
Or they give him 5 yards to re-kick, or they give him 5 yards at the end of the run. No, they decline it. First down.
First down. They're going to.
They don't do the 5 yards at the end of the run. They did a few years ago. There was a.
So they're
rule.
just going to decline it and say, "Hey, we're happy with that." Is that a?
I think he saw pressure on the kicker a couple of times in a row.
Oh, yeah.
When they were backed up in the end zone, and then again.
Right.
And maybe that was where, hey, we'll take our shot.
It seemed like they would re-kick it, though, but I guess that is not the situation here.
Great crossing, great field position at the 46-yard line. Their own 46. They run left. It's a sweep. Is that Johnson? It is. And Isaiah.
Like a holding. Got a holding there on the
Wide receiver?
No, it looks like 70.
Oh, it was interior. Okay.
Yeah, 78 looks like holding on Solis.
And we know.
Jaquan Solis.
Jaquan Solis.
Solis looks like holding on him. Oh, that's what I saw. They're not.
Joaquin. Joaquin Solis.
Joaquin Solis.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what it is.
Holding on him. That was a nice play by Johnson there. He tried to cut up inside but
another penalty here, pushing Great Crossing back. So it'll be
first and
number 38. It'll be 1st and 18. 1st and 18 from the 38-yard line.
Now, my question is, if you're Great Crossing, do you run the ball here to try to run this clock down, or do you throw it?
I have the answer, yes, run that clock down.
Because if you throw it, you've got a great North Oldham defense here, and they're opportunistic. They could pick one and take one to the house, put them right back in the ball game.
Right now, North Oldham, 7, 8
the
men in the box, and they are bringing the box. There's a fake handoff, and that is dangerous. Nichols off the hands of his intended receiver, and that looked to be a trouble one.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. That Great Crossing does that, and North Oldham hopes they do something like that, because that's one of the key ways they're going to get back in the game.
Was that to Shaddix, Clayton Shaddix, number 10?
Yeah, he throws that pass to him and tipped right off his fingers and just outside of the arms of the DB over there. And so Silverhorn can get hold of that, or it was number 16, I'm sorry. That was Schmidl. Schmidl gets hold of that ball. He's taking it to the house. So a play like that, it's double jeopardy. But if I'm North, do it again. Give us a chance.
2nd and 18. The middle screen there for DeJohnson. He breaks one, breaks two more, and he gets back to where he got on his first down run. 2 yards. Well, actually, that time he got 10 total, but it will be 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8.
Nice play there. That was a nice play there by Mac Powell, and nice play there by Dawson Nagel on the tackle, but that's even a better call by the coach, with that pressure. That front four, they're getting at it. They're coming at it, so screen just kind of slows them down a little bit, and you use that.
Leave that pressure.
And you gain 10 yards. Now you're 3rd and manageable.
3rd and 8 from the 48. Takes a shotgun snap. Goes right, rolls right, and gets stood up.
Bryce Grady on that play.
I think that was 99. 90's over here. I think
it was Bryce Grady, number 70.
Oh, 7. There we go.
Bryce
you
Grady.
Got him.
He's on that play. Bryce Grady, the senior. He's making play after play after play. And it looks like they sealed off 99. They sealed him off right there, and Bryce Grady
shot out.
He scraped off there and made a nice play.
Loss of 2, so it's 4th and 10. Punt formation. The Warhawks with 6:40 to play.
And this defense, they're playing so well.
And a good punt there. Again, it rolls, and an average punt turns into a good punt, turns into a great punt. Yeah. That was 50 yards.
And that's tough by Schmidl.
I'm sorry, 40
yards. Schmidl just didn't have opportunity to get to that. That was one of those tough ones where it bounced at 25 yards.
It didn't, not even.
So there's no room for it. When it bounces 25, 30 yards, and you've got a defender right there in front of you, and you can't get to it.
And
so
we will stay right here with the action, and North Oldham needs a big play.
Yep.
They need a spark.
They need something here. And
longest play of the game for them. Pass interference?
Mac Powell deep, but
under center. Chase Bullock takes the snap, hands it off, and left side is his running back.
And that's Ethan Harrison there in
Was
the
that
play,
him?
number 60, and then number 50 also Clayton Spradling. Those two in there in the defensive play right there. But the running back, he's back so far. It seems like it's taken him quite the time to get there to the line of scrimmage, and by that time the defense is already there to make a play. It seems like he is back very deep. This time they're up a little close. He's got the back next to the quarterback.
Got the pistol formation, 3 wide right, 1 in the slot. And that right off the edge. They had Ryan Fisher on the left side of the D this time. He shot off the edge right around the offensive line and the would-be blockers for the sack. And he comes off the field a little limping, but there will be a timeout from North Oldham. We'll take a break. 12-0, 5:18 to play at Mustang Stadium on Glycod Sports.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium here at North Oldham High School. Timeout on the scoreboard as North Oldham huddling up to figure out a plan of attack at 3rd and 16 at their own 10. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, and North Oldham struggling mightily on offense. They had a couple good drives, one in the first half, one here on their last drive, but they could not capitalize. They turned it over. Defense has been stout all night.
Ryan Fisher and you got Lacosco on the same side there. I'd probably be going away from them.
Maybe there was a check with me option,
and
but they go
they
short,
and
quick
that's
out.
What they did. That's a nice play right there. Nice play call right there. Just kind of threw it over his head a little bit, but that's what you need.
Mortensen can't come up with it.
Something quick there, something quick and fast, but you also kind of want to give yourself a little room over there. That's on the short side of the field.
Yeah, but a good buddy of mine wrote a book called None Yards, which was a phrase made popular by John Madden. None yard. They're throwing that ball for none yards there, and you can't. What are you going to do? You know how his histrionics.
Yes, I do.
That was a none yard pass on a 3rd and 16, and it would have been tough to get much more. Maybe just a few.
I was going to say, do you really go for it here, or do you? I know it's 5 minutes to go, but it's 4th and 12.
They're going to back off and punt.
You've got to. Yeah. My thought is. Your defense is playing so well. Don't give Greg Crossing the ball here inside the 10 or inside
North
the 12 yard.
will take another timeout and probably.
You really want to punt it, and then you want to give your defense another opportunity to make a play for you again. That would be the ideal thing there.
And on 4th and 16, you don't in your own. At your own 10. You don't want to fake it.
The stats, the statistics on 4th and 16 aren't great, but then when it's 4th and 16 on your own 10, they're probably even less.
Yes.
They're probably worse. So, but like I said, the smart call is to kick the ball and then let your defense try to find an opportunity for you, because they are an opportunistic defense.
And that's what they're about to do as the North Oldham band playing and jamming across the way. 5 1/4 minutes left.
Looks like
Greg Crossing up 12-0.
Drake Bird back, and you've got Silverthorne kicking. So
he takes the snap, rolls right, little rugby punt, and it is as he's outside the box on the rugby punt. He was contacted, but that is legal as the rusher was going for the block, going for a tackle. But a good rugby punt that nets. Let me see, that was the 10-yard line out to 39. That's 51 yards.
That's a nice job right there. Just unfortunately, he has to take a hit like that when he runs outside the box, but it was a good kick. So, but he did take a shot. He did take
Waited
a shot.
one step too long.
Yeah. Wasn't blocked.
I mean,
it wasn't blocked, so.
It wasn't. You're right.
I mean, if you want to look at the football
result was good.
Yeah, the football aspect of it, hitting is part of the game. He was one step
beyond.
One step just fine.
Or one step just close enough. And shotgun.
And they're still
up in the air. Nichols. Throws it late, and that was a rainbow. And
might have offsetting penalties here.
Didn't look back for the ball. Was
it looks like You got 25 right there. It looks like that's going to be Luke Tompkins. He's a freshman. Luke Tompkins, a freshman in there. Is that? Oh, so they're giving some game time there. The freshman getting some play, and that's going to be pass interference on them. And what's the other call? I did not see. Looked like there are 2 flags that came out.
Yep, nothing happened. Offsetting. 1st and 10, 4:57 to play.
So if you're a coach and you're grading that, you're like, well,
0.
0. It never happened.
Scratch that one out. Use it for a technique tool.
And those are the plays you say, Coach, but I blocked my man. I did great. I did everything perfect. Didn't happen, son.
Nope. DNE, the empty set, the null set, and the up the middle set for -1. Patterson.
Stuffed. Number 70 and looks like number 8. That's number 8
70
right there.
again, Bryce Grady and Noah Mortensen.
Yeah, they're in there making plays. So, and it looks like Greg Crossing. They're just going to try to run this clock out. No, but every time I say that, they drop back and throw a pass. So.
And here they go again, out wide right, DJ Blunt. Wide left.
Hands into Allen right there.
Allen steps out of a tackle, but gets wrapped up, but not after an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, there's a nice play back there by number 5 coming in on the backside.
And they're going to flag him.
And
he got up and he pointed first down, and he didn't have a first down. They're going to flag him for unsporting behavior.
Yeah, that's, you're in high school, but these kids, they watch, they watch the NFL, they watch the college, and, they try to do some of these things. But, at this level in high school, it's a different game. We're here to learn the game. We're here to respect the game. That's what they want to teach you. And if you're going to jump up and throw the first down signal and those type of things in high school, they're just going to flag you for it every time.
They're going to move that.
And so,
so it'll go back to the 32.
And the thing is, you got to act like you've been there, and sometimes I know everybody.
33.
Everyone has a little flamboyance to them, per se. Everybody has their own particular piece to their personality, but you got to act like you've been there. You just got to get up and hand the referee the ball and jog them back to the huddle.
And you hadn't made the first down.
and that's
it was a good run, tough run.
That's the funny part about it. You
did
have the first down, son.
And he tried to Antonio Brown it, stick out that ball with the left arm, and
right. They're going to get him. They're going to get 99. That was at Bradley 90. He leaned in the neutral zone just a little bit, and I didn't know if they were going to call it or not. He must have leaned in just a fraction too much. So they're going to get 5 of those yards back. Looks like North Oldham is selling the house out there. They've got Mortensen and they've got Noah Lieber. And you can see losing Michael Davis right there. That hurts a little bit. Michael Davis was a key factor. He's a big-time linebacker for them.
But it is
their defense
2nd and 10, even though they have a third down on the there's a big rush.
And is he got
flushed out left is and they're going to call, they call a late hit. That was bang bang, and I would have let that go.
I think they did. That was a hit there by first Noah Lieber came and got him, and then number 8.
Nichols scrambles for the first down.
Yeah, Ben Mortensen comes in and gets a hit, but Gabe Nichols, that's a good job there.
Oh, he did not. They mark it it's on. I thought they were marking it ahead of midfield on the other side.
Out. That's about where Noah Lieber hit him.
Yeah.
Right, and so got to be a few yards short, but that was a good job by him scrambling there. He's got to see the sideline and
I have no idea why the down marker is 4th. It is 3rd on the scoreboard.
Well,
3rd and 1.
The one official moved it.
And up the middle goes. That is Caden Allen.
Yeah, the one official moved on unsportsmanlike conduct, so I don't know if that was a loss of down, but Caden Allen says, don't worry about it, Coach. I got you. Here's your first down.
I got that gut run on the cross buck action with the trap. He gets
a first down there, and you can see
18 when they needed 2.
Yeah, the North Oldham defense, they're very tired right here, but they're sucking it up, and it's just been a slew of backs. It's like a whole stable of running backs. They're
3 minutes to play.
Bringing them in. They're bringing Johnston. They're bringing Allen in. They've got Patterson in. They've had the other Patterson in.
Yep.
So, and here goes 7 right here. It's Jaquise
Patterson. Jaquise gets out
the
the
block
outside.
in the back right there, number 2.
They're going to call that on DJ Blunt.
Yeah, DJ, when you've got your hands on a defensive back and his back is to you, you just got to throw your hands up and stand there. You can't. Anytime you do that, that's automatic 15 or automatic. 10-yard penalty blocking the back. I apologize. So DJ's gonna have to learn that. So he'll probably get yelled at that in his meeting Sunday.
Is that a 15-yarder? It is.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was a 15-yard. Well, or spot foul. Is it spot foul or 15?
15.
15. So yeah, blocking the back right there, and it's like DJ just you see right there.
It was.
Yeah, spot foul.
I thought they got him at the. All right, it was a 10. All right. So 1st and 21. It was just behind the line of scrimmage where they called that. So back 10 yards from there, and a snap.
And Noah Lieber on a sack.
Gabe Nichols handles it well.
What did he call on that? What did he call? Noah Lieber. What did Noah Lieber do on that? I didn't see it. He threw the flag. It looked like on him, but it looks like it could be also on the quarterback. I think both of them had some choice words, and the referee heard it.
But
it's
offsetting.
It's a great play right there. Great play by Noah Lieber right there. Unsportsmanlike. Oh, and that's going to be on Great Crossing. Then unsportsmanlike on. Okay, they just called it on. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. But that was a great play by Noah Lieber, though. Let's
watching
get to
this official, and they've got to execute these calls a little sharper. They're doing it to the other side, the North Oldham home side of the field, which they're supposed to, but we could not see. So it's going to be 2nd down and a bunch, a half mile. So it's 2nd down and 33, and there is a timeout. Great Crossing. We're going to take a break here. You're watching Glycod Sports here at North Oldham's Mustang Stadium.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. 2:16 remaining. Great Crossing leads North Oldham 12-0 in this Class 4A North Oldham against Class 5A Great Crossing.
It's been a hard-fought battle.
It has been. Defensively, it's been played, some superb defensive plays. And the gentleman in the middle of the field with his helmet off, putting it on right now, talking to the officials right by the ball, number 99. Whoever you are, young man, you played a great game. We don't have your name. We can't source your name. And we just want to recognize that young man.
You balled
Joe?
out 99. You, Bradley, Bryce Grady, Noah Lieber, Liam Hudson, Silverthorne, Ben Mortensen, you guys, Nagel, you guys have been playing great. You guys have done a great job tonight.
Defense crowding the line of scrimmage, trying to draw a penalty, but they can't. And getting through the line. Fumble. He was down.
No.
He was down.
He was down.
So
they've done, like I said, those young men have done a great job tonight. It's just they've been on the field a little too long, and they've been put into some precarious situations where that's a
10-yard gain for Patterson. Now it's 3rd and 23.
It's just tough to play defense when you're giving the team the ball and you're in the red zone and they don't have far to go. But those gentlemen, this North Oldham defense, have done an awesome job tonight. And Jaquise Patterson, you've done well yourself, son.
100 seconds remaining. And a pass, a little quick
screen. Patterson, they're trying to stop that pressure.
And he gains ahead. He forges ahead for about 7-8 yards.
Yeah, that's a nice little play there. You know, coach is still coaching, trying to make plays, but you got some young kids in there for North. You got Smittle, you know, a sophomore. He's in there making plays. You got number 3 out there, Cooper Benson. He's a sophomore. You know, you got those kids are out there playing their hearts out.
Coach Brown takes a timeout, gathers those young fellas together, and want to see what to expect on 4th and about 16 or 17 from the 40-yard line.
So they've done an excellent job. Excellent job, you know, defense tonight. You know, hold a team like this to 12 points. That's 2 field goals and a touchdown. And you know, and to be backed up the way they were, this North Oldham defense just done a dynamic job.
This
Great Crossing's done. They've been fantastic. Of course, they're going to be the winners here tonight. They're going to go back to 5A. They're going to take another victory under their belt. And you know, like I said, they've for the course of last year and this year, they've beaten every team but 2. And those 2 teams have given the 3 losses in the 14 games they played. So
yep.
12 and 3 is not bad. It's not bad. And like I said, it's been the same team.
That snap sails over the head of the punter.
He
gathers it, and he's just going to take it and run. He doesn't want to punt it. He doesn't want to put it on the ground. But he gets tackled there for a loss. Now, well, it's a 45-yard line for North Oldham.
Yeah, Mac Powell on the tackle. Ball over the kicker's head right there with
Jesse
Fair.
Fair.
Jesse just, Jesse ran as if he doesn't feel that comfortable with the ball in his hand.
I've got to see someone run as if they feel comfortable for North Oldham, like run past some defenders deep. And that's what North Oldham has lacked. They needed that opportunity.
They've had some good pass plays there. They were right on target. You just had some better DB coverage, but you've had great defensive back coverage on both sides.
They have been. This great crossing defense has kept North Oldham off the scoreboard, and as
there's number 60.
Nice
play right there. And that's going to be Ethan Harris. You know, he's a junior defensive lineman.
Jace Bullock took that snap, looked left, and everyone was covered.
Right there. He's got to wait for his team to get there, and
offense
time's running. 1 minute.
Hurry up, offense, and goes quick left, and
nice play.
Out of bounds on the far sideline.
Hits Smeedle out there. Nice little catch. Get out of bounds.
55 seconds remaining. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And what would be awesome if North could get a touchdown here, get on the board. That would, carry that confidence into next week to say, hey, we got on the board. That would be great.
3rd and 5 as they're looking to.
That'd be fantastic. They could just get on the board. And if they got on the board, quietly, they'd probably onside kick it.
Oh.
And they would, it'd up the drama
see what
a
happens.
little bit. Yeah. But if they could get on the board here, build some confidence for that offense.
2 wide right, back to pass, Bullock, and it is jumped by the defender on that far sideline. That's
Zach Morris.
Knocked down Zach Morris.
Yeah, that's a good play by Zach Morris, jumping out, knocking it down.
6.
And they've been jumping those out routes. Zach Morris and Caden Allen, they've jumped those routes. Caden Allen got an interception on one of those. They're just jumping that route, and they've,
they see it,
the outside,
they play it.
The outside receiver's not a threat, hasn't been a threat, and they're
4th and 6. This is the ball game right here for North Oldham. Played a terrific game. Lots of heart from the homestanding Mustangs. Let's see if Bullock can come up with something. Straight back, and the out route. And the comebacker, he did not look back.
Miscommunication.
Yeah.
Miscommunication from Dawson Nagel. Nagel's still going on the go route, and Chase throws it right there.
Throws it to just beyond the sticks.
Yeah, like they want to be a spot route, so. And it looks like there's a lot of clean white jerseys, new jerseys coming in there for Great Crossing.
Yes, there are.
So got some young men, but number 7 still comes in the game. I don't know, but maybe is that a different number 7?
That's a different number 7. No, that's Jaquise.
Yes, Jaquise. Jaquise comes in, but it looks like there's a lot of clean white jerseys that have come in the game there, and hopefully they'll just down the ball here.
Just 47 seconds
47
remaining.
Seconds, yeah, just tell them they're going to down the ball.
And they don't take a snap under center, and that to me
well,
is...
they could still down it, but you just have to tell them that they're
run the
giving
ball.
the ball. And
I'd like to see high school teams learn how to do those
that's Bryce Grady there.
Things.
Bryce Grady, tackle right there, senior, making a play. Add to his stats. And
30 seconds remain, and depending on when they started the clock, they did. So there will be one more play at least.
And no, you can, if you tell the official, you can get it and snap it and go back with it.
Be one of the first snaps under center that they're taking.
And so I think the referee may have started the clock under the 25 seconds, I think. Let's see. It will tell if he doesn't blow
Don't run it down and call a timeout. They're letting it go.
He started down.
There you go. And that is it.
Yeah, he started the clock under the 25 seconds.
And that is the ball game. The Great Crossing Warhawks moved to 2-0, improved to 2-0 with a 12-0 win over the now 1-1 North Oldham Mustangs. A very strong defensive game from both sides. We'll be back to wrap it up here from Mustang Stadium. 12-0. The Warhawks of Great Crossing win it. We'll be back with our post-game show on Glycod Sports.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking lighting, specifically outdoor lighting with Maddie. What are some of the obstacles your clients face with outdoor lighting?
Well, anybody can really come in here and just pick out a fixture for the way that it looks. However, the real obstacle comes in knowing how many to use, where the placement needs to be, and what type of fixture to use to really bring emphasis to those focal points outside their home.
And the Watts team can help with this?
Yes, of course. We actually have designers like myself and electricians on hand here, so we can really help our customer from the start to finish of the whole design and installation process.
Tell us about the range of light fixtures that you have here.
Yeah, so here at Watts Home Center, we carry various interior decorative fixtures, exterior fixtures, landscape fixtures, and commercial luminaires. We've really been able to help our customer find any type of fixture they're looking for.
And that's WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Watts Home Center. Whether it's building, restoring, or improving your home, visit the experts at Watts, 2350 Commerce Parkway in LaGrange. Watts Home Center, design that feels like home.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium, where the Great Crossing Warhawks defeated the hosts North Oldham Mustangs 12-0. Alongside Joe Hamilton, I'm Paul Najar in our post-game show. Joe, we want to just give a quick recap of the scoring here. It took a while. It was a stalemate until late in that first half, and then we saw a great leg from Jack Harold.
Jack Harold, number 90. Like you said, you like those 90 kickers.
Oh, yeah. Love them.
And Jack Harold put a 42-yarder. You know, at first it didn't look like it had enough distance. It was pretty, and then it just sailed through there, the left upright, just inside for a 42-yard field goal to give a 3-0 with a 3-0 lead for Great Crossing with 1:34 left in the second half.
And then in the first half, and then in the third quarter, it was another opportunity. They kept pushing, and Harold again capitalized from 26 yards out, 7.5-minute mark, and then the last score for Great Crossing.
It was a 9-yard touchdown run by Zach Morris. It's one of the slew of backs they put in there. They probably played about maybe 7 or 8 running backs in there tonight, and Zach Morris was the recipient of that one, 9-yard touchdown run. And then on the extra point, they tried a little trickery there and gave it off to Zachary Kelly, and Kelly got stopped there for the run, so it was no good. But
a little shovel pass.
Yeah, made it 12-0 there with 3:55 to go in the third quarter.
That is your scoring wrap-up of this game. 12-0 was the score. We're going to come back with post-game stats and our players of the game from Mustang Stadium on Glycod Sports.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking ways to give your home a facelift. Jim, what are some updates and trends for doors this season?
The most popular door of the year so far has been this 3/4 6 light shown here as a double French door. I've sold this in this configuration, a door with side lights, a single door. People are loving the natural light this year.
In addition to doors, windows are another great way to update your home, right?
Absolutely. There's no better way to increase your home's energy efficiency than new windows. And if you're about to sell your house, nothing looks better on a property listing than new windows.
So can you and your team provide me an estimate to match my particular budget?
Absolutely. With multiple products and vendors, we can work with your budget to get your home the product it needs.
The Watts Home Center team can answer all of your window and door questions. So come on out and see them here in LaGrange or go to wattshomecenter.com to learn more.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. It was a 12-0 victory for the visiting Great Crossing Warhawks over the hosts North Oldham Mustangs. Total stats for the game, 12 first downs for Great Crossing and 5 for North Oldham. 38 carries, 38 rushing attempts, 92 yards for Great Crossing, 24 carries or attempts, and minus 4 yards rushing for North Oldham. The passing yards, 67 for Great Crossing, 40 for North Oldham, 10 of 22 passing with 1 interception for Great Crossing, 6 of 21 and 2 picks for North Oldham's quarterback, Jace Bullock. The no fumbles in the game, or at least recorded. Punt returns Nothing much to speak of there. But punts, 6 punts for Great Crossing, 34.3 yards average, and North Oldham's 8 punts for 31.5. Penalties, last week we saw 1 penalty in the game, first game of the season. This week we saw 15 total, 9 for Great Crossing for 79 yards, 6 for 30 yards for North Oldham. Time of possession, just over 23 minutes for Great Crossing and just over 20 minutes for North Oldham. We know 48 minutes is a total, but they don't count possession change and kicks. So those individual leaders, Jaquise Patterson for Great Crossing, 19 rushes, 85 yards. What a performance he gave, and we'll talk more about players of the game. He was the leading rusher. Leading rusher for North Oldham, Mac Pyle, 7 carries, 16 yards. Got to mention Liam Hudson, who had 11 carries. He got dinged up in the third quarter, had to come out of the game. He had only 3 yards on those 11 carries. Had a great run to start it, and then they just keyed on him, did this Great Crossing defense. Mostly the quick, fast, tough number 57, Pilot Lukasco, who was everywhere on the field tonight on that Warhawks defense. Lucas Silverthorne for North Oldham had 4 receptions for 19 yards. Gray Schmidl had 1 catch for 12 yards, and Zach Mortensen a catch for 9 for the Warhawks. Isaiah Johnson with 3 catches, and Zach Kelly both with 3 catches for 23 yards apiece for Great Crossing. The kicking game was the difference, as we mentioned. The kicker, it was Jack Harold with 2 field goals, one from 42 yards and one from 26 yards. And then the touchdown run from Isaiah Johnson, who had 14 yards on 3 carries for the score. So, Joe Hamilton, it's now time to announce our most outstanding players, and that is presented by Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilley. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. And for the hosts, North Oldham Mustangs, you have decided on?
I was looking at defensively, obviously, and you could have went with Bryce Grady, Charlie Bradley,
number 99.
But even Liam Hudson and those DBs, Powell, all those guys, they all
played so well. And number 3, Benson, right?
They played great.
Really great D.
For them to give up, 12 points and the positions they're put in. But I guess tonight we'll go with the linebacker number 36, Noah Lieber.
Noah Lieber with your Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilley, player of the game. Now for the Warhawks of the visiting Great Crossing High School Warhawks, we are going with...
Could have went with tons of people. Could have went with Zach Morris, who had 1 carry, but he had a 9-yard touchdown. He could have went with Isaiah Johnson with 3 carries.
Oh, it was Morris with the touchdown, not Johnson.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's okay. He had Isaiah Johnson, he had 3 carries, average over 4.5.
Let's get to the meat.
Yeah, then you got Caden Allen, who had 3 carries.
You named every other rusher than the guy who was really dominating the game. But I'm going to name every defensive player and say it was that defense. Lukasco was my guy, but your guy is?
Oh, my guy. He's the main man. It's Orion. Is it Orion? Or we're going to
no.
We're going to go with let's go with Jaquise Patterson.
There you go.
Let's go with
You're
Patterson.
messing with me there.
I know.
Bad man.
We've got to go with Jaquise because he was the difference maker. And when they decided – midway in that second quarter, they decided, hey, we're just going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. And they're going to run up the middle, and they just start giving it to Jaquise Patterson.
And that was it. That's what they needed.
Yeah, that was the difference.
Jaquise Patterson, your Great Crossing Warhawks, most outstanding player, presented by Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilley. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. And now for some scores around the area, here we go. We're doing our next week's lineup on Glycod. That's what we're doing. Thursday, September 1st, it is 7 p.m. kickoff. Fern Creek Tigers at Oldham County Colonels. And on Friday, September 2nd, 7 p.m. airtime, not kickoff, 7 p.m. airtime. Floyd Central Highlanders at Silver Creek Dragons. And at 7 p.m. also is airtime for the St. Xavier Tigers. This big rivalry at the Male Bulldogs should be a great one. And at 7:30 start, we'll have the PRP Panthers at the Bowling Green Purples. Audio only for that one. Should be a good one all the way around. So we want to thank you for watching, everyone. Joe, what a good game. Your final thoughts? So Great Crossing next week is they host Henry Clay, and North Oldham next week will play at Holy Cross. That should be a good one. Two tough teams. 4A team traveling to a 1A team at Holy Cross. Holy Cross always tough at home. So, Joe, your final thoughts on this performance from the North Oldham Mustangs?
The North Oldham Mustangs, their defense came in and did everything we thought they would. They were
then some.
They did a tough job, and next week I believe that they'll only get better. And I think their defense will carry them to a few more victories. And hoping that Liam Hudson is just banged up a little bit. He's going to be a primetime performer for them. If he comes back next week, I think they'll pick up, and the offense will get better each week. And I think they'll put some points up, and the defense is going to just stay stout and keeps doing what it's doing. I think they can come out with a victory. Last year they played last year when they played Holy Cross, I think they came out with a victory. I'm pretty sure they did. I'm not sure. I have to double check on that, but they played them tough. They played them, so I think they can compete.
Just got to get that offense finding a rhythm, finding a groove, and moving forward for the North Oldham Mustangs. So for Joe Hamilton, we want to thank you all, folks, for watching, and for Colby, our producer and the man who has all the answers for us. We want to thank everyone for watching. I'm Paul Najar. Good night, everyone.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.